Because I have a very important message for the world.
We are live. What's up, everybody? It's Sunday Legend, everyone's favorite silly, cynical asshole. I'm back, and I'm badder and blacker than ever. Well, that's not
How the
exactly
fuck
true.
does that
I'm
work?
I'm very much an Uncle Tom. Okay, we're here with Wayward, Gumby, Bagtunes, and Hatchet.
Hey,
Um, I'll let you know, introduce yourselves while I basically get this on Twitter real quick. Thanks. Give me a second.
I'm trying to promote it on Discord, but again, Discord is not opening on my laptop.
RIP, my bro, my dude. Introductions. Okay. I'm Backtunes. I draw art. Yeah, it's cool stuff. Check me out on Twitter. These introductions are always weird.
I have got to promote. I've got to do something like the descriptions better or something like that for you
I
guys.
guess.
you good?
If anything,
You're good?
you can just let us do our own descriptions. Hey everybody, I'm Gumby Games, and welcome to the Slim Daddy podcast. I am the only one here that is not an artist.
That was hella professional.
That was.
Yeah,
In a world
promote it,
full of artists.
promote it,
There's
promote it,
also a
promote it,
Gumby.
bitch. Wear the t-shirt, Gumby. Promote that shit, bitch.
Wait. When did I say I could make t-shirts? That's not my skill set.
I said wear the t-shirt. Wear my t-shirt.
Oh.
Wear my merch.
Where
Buy
am I?
my
merch?
merch. Hit
Buy merch.
that like and subscribe button
Links in the
right
description
now.
below.
Hit the bell.
Actually, technically, I do buy your merch.
Yeah, he's right. He does commission me a lot.
I do. I like
but
your art. I've commissioned
the
you
way-
like what 6 times at this point.
I think so. By the way, your piece is in a little bit in the backdraft right now, but it's almost done.
Oh, that's fine. With Jaral and Nala.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I know the girl that plays Nala. She's super excited to see it, and I'm very excited to post it into the server and see what people think. But the art, it looks adorable. I love it, and thank you for doing that.
Hey, no problem, man. We who didn't introduce themselves? I'm
I
sorry,
did.
guys.
Wayward
I'm
and
a
Hatch.
I'm a little intense because I drunk like maybe 3 shots of tequila before we started this.
dare
Hey, that's a good way to live.
I just had rum. That was it.
How very dare you. Anyways, I'm Wayward. I draw. I post random things from animes and comic books, and I'm on Twitter. Wayward
Yeet.
Draws. Check it out.
Check me out.
I'm Hatchethead. I'm an insane artist on Twitter. I draw like once in a blue moon, and I usually get into fights on that site.
Yes.
Hey Hatchet, why'd you try to sound British right before you started out?
Wait, I sound British?
Hello, mate.
You tried to sound you
Sound
tried to
British,
sound
man.
British for a brief second, then you dropped it. You were like Leia at the beginning of New Hope, just kind of sort of British. Then you kind of dropped it.
I think that 25% Irish in me is trying to kick in.
It's a little bit of Irish. Ooh.
a little bit of the Irish,
Oh, a
bro.
little bit of
Okay?
the Shamrocks.
Oh, that's great. Hang on, let me see here. So anyway, let's talk about something besides the political debate, because as much as I want to, I can't do that because we don't talk politics.
Yes.
So let me talk about the second funniest thing on Twitter.
Yes.
Neil Druckmann bitching about his waifu getting dunked on.
Yeah. How dare you guys not love his Abby-chan? Y'all are so rude. Y'all have no heart. You are heartless
So-
people.
The length
Honestly,
that
I
man
keep
going
Okay.
to go.
forgetting that The Last of Us 2 actually happened, and I'll like be in GameStop and I'll see it right next to the first one, and I'll be like, oh,
Yeah, I completely
Exactly.
forgot until
I-
like Neil started his tweet up and he was like, you guys don't like my waifu. She cradles me in my sleep.
Damn,
He
he really,
said,
he really is trying to go for that, like that same thing with the Last Jedi guy. I forgot his
Yeah,
name.
like
Ryan Johnson.
if you don't like the game, you're a sexist or whatever.
Yeah.
And he
Well, it's
said
not even
like
that.
it,
It's like he's starting shit. Like he intentionally started
Yeah.
shit.
It's
Like
like
if you wanted to do a Chad move, what you do is not say if you don't like it, you're sexist. Say if you don't like Abby, you're gay. That way,
That would be
way-
the ultimate.
That way, it's
I'd be like,
damn, am I gay? I have to like Abby now. I have no choice. I've been cornered.
So we got,
I would like that tweet if he did that.
For real.
like we got Florence, we got Megas Gear X. Hey dude, thanks for dropping in.
Hey,
yo,
Mega
Comments,
Gears is here, guys.
Hey,
And Burning Exeter is here too as well. Thanks for dropping in, guys. I appreciate it so much. I'm just here to celebrate the fact that I got over the commie cough, the kung flu, the Szechuan coffin
this man
sauce.
called pepperoni.
I got over that bullshit.
Macaronis and cheese. But he pulled through.
sweet and sour chicken. You missed one.
That's a good one.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. I got over that shit, man. And I'm just happy. I'm just happy to.
Bro, how
be
was
here.
the quarantine? Like, they trapped you in your house or something?
What happened was, at first I thought it was just my allergies and the weather changing because I do get sick whenever the weather changes. And that's what's happening right now. Really? Okay.
who's got the chips?
Who
It's
else?
carrots. It's
That's
got
That's
man,
carrots.
bro.
Sorry, hold on.
Oh, those are carrots?
Fucking carrots?
So crunchy.
Well, they
He's
are
got
crunchy
them
when they're like
He's
when
got
they're
some crisp baby
I'm sorry,
carrots.
I haven't eaten like carrots in a minute. And, like,
What up,
Right,
Gumby?
right.
What up, Duck?
Oh,
But
must be little carrots.
What's up, Doc?
yeah, what happened was I thought I was just having my, anytime the weather changes I get sick, especially during the colder seasons.
Same.
And
same.
it turns out that that it was a really bad cough, and then it went in. I got that test done, and then I got a nut, and then I had to take it again, so I had to have a stick shoved up my nose twice, and like, dude, I'm telling you, it goes all the way up there, like where you can like where you just start crying. I'm not even kidding, and they got to keep it in there for 10 seconds.
oh,
Yeah, and so like so that happened, and so and like the very next day they told me, "Hey, you're positive for corona." I was like,
Oh no.
God damn it. And I was like, basically I was more annoyed than anything when I found out I had this, because I wasn't like afraid, because I like actually read actual things, not just watch the fucking news and all that other
Like, you
bullshit.
hella young. You definitely
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
get the boomer paranoia.
Yeah. But yeah, I went on my way. But to be safe, because my lungs did feel tight and I did have a really bad cough and I had trouble breathing, so I went to the hospital just in case. I was in the ICU, then I was in like the actual hospital for about a week, and then I came home and I had to be isolated for another week, and yeah, they basically cleared me, so I'm back to normal. I'm 100%, and I feel great. I feel like I could take on the world again,
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, it just feels awesome. It feels awesome to be up and at 'em after being sick for a while. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
a natural
Hell yeah.
feeling.
Well, that's great, man.
That's why you just gotta get, drink a lot of damn ginger ale. It'll save your life. That's a natural saving drink right there.
Oh yeah, I did that at first, but then I just started drinking a bunch of
Love
fucking
ginger ale.
water.
Ginger ale saves lives, boys. If you don't got a bottle of ginger ale on you, oh wait a minute. I just realized I left my ginger ale in the freezer all day. Hold on, I gotta take that shit out. Ah, damn it.
See, our conversations are good.
Florence Lapoons asked, "Did you guys see The Witches 2020? Looks like Ghostbusters 2016." Well, then I'm
What is
glad I
this?
didn't fucking see it.
What is
Witches
this?
20, The Witches
The
The
Witches.
think-
Witches.
The Witches, yeah.
Is
Hang
that
on,
that,
let me look it
Reboot
up.
starring Anne Hathaway.
Is that book written by the guy who did the BFG art
Yeah,
thing?
Roald Dahl.
I never read that one. I don't know much about it.
The only
Shit.
Roald Dahl stories I read were the like short stories, like the wonderful story of Henry Sugar and the Swan.
Yeah, it like just off the thumbnail, it looks terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I have no basis
I'm
for what
back.
this is. Actually, I have no idea. I don't even know what the original was.
What happened?
The only witches I care about are the witches from Soul Eater, where half of them
You
are
mean just
kind
Claire?
of or half
Actually,
of
the
them are just
spider
there.
bitch was good. The spider bitch was good. I don't remember her name, but she was good.
Medusa was good, and so was Blair.
She's cool. I'm not really
And-
like. I'm not like into her, but she was a bad bitch. I liked her a lot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like almost half the witches in Soul Eater were pretty hot.
Yeah.
So the girl.
Like I said, I wouldn't really call her like.
right?
I'm not like attracted to her, but she's cool.
I've
That's
never-
what-
Watched Soul Eater, so
It's good.
It's good.
I don't
It
remember
really
much.
is.
like been
be
on my
honest,
list
I-
for a while. I
I
just
like it.
Even and this is coming from somebody who's not really into shonen anime, but it doesn't even really feel like a shonen anime.
It don't.
I mean,
it feels
does,
like
but
it
also,
feels like
they fix some
ha-
things
it-
I don't like about it. Like they actually have like teamwork when they're talking about screaming out friendship.
Yeah. They don't do
Yeah.
that whole. They don't do the cliche shonen thing where it's like, watch that person fight, and we'll stand behind and not contribute.
no, like they actually
oh,
have strategies and shit.
I'm getting my ass beat, team.
Yeah,
While you're
It
standing
makes
there.
sense. That trope makes sense in things like Yu Hakusho, where they're all like the whole
It's a
thing with their
tournament.
clique. Their clique is based around them being loners.
Yeah, and like a lot of the characters in Yu Yu, they're like prideful. Like as a Yu,
Yeah.
if I was a Yu character, I wouldn't want nobody help. Don't help me. I didn't ask for your help. Let me get my ass
Yeah,
beat
no,
on
like
my own.
EA would kill them if they tried to help them.
Right?
I just
If I
recently
wanna,
started getting into Yu. It's been really fucking good, man.
Yeah,
I
it's
need to get into it myself. I've only seen what my friends have shown me. Other than that, I haven't hopped into it yet, and I was like, damn, I gotta get into
it's
it.
Which one? What'd you say, Hatchet? What you talking about?
Yu
Yu Yu
Hakusho?
Hakusho.
Oh yeah, that show. I wanted to hop into that too. I heard it's really good.
yeah,
It
it's not like
really
it doesn't break the mold in fighting shonens, but it does everything very well.
it has really good characters, honestly. I forgot the redhead bully's name, but he's really fucking good.
Kuwabara,
Yeah,
Yeah, Kuwabara. He's
he that
awesome.
boy. He that boy.
and there's Kurama, and then Hiei. Yeah, I love that show.
You know, it's
Good.
funny because I remember, I don't know, like speaking of like recent animes, like God of High School ended, and I had an opinion. I was like, I just thought it was after like everyone hyped it up, and I was really ready to hop into the show and go, oh, this is gonna be great. I was very disappointed with it.
the only person who's ever recommended it to me has been my DM, who is he's weird.
He's weird.
Is he like
We like
Oh.
the entire group talks mad shit about him,
is your
like to
DM
his
like
face.
the Digibro kind of like person?
No, he's like heavily autistic
Which one?
and
Well-
has a fat girl fetish.
Oh my.
Oh,
And
you
the
Oh
funny thing
my.
is, like, but he's like he's super. He's a really cool dude, but he's like super weird, and so we'll like I'll constantly be talking shit about him, and like one of the things that always gets to him is like we say his voice sounds super gay, and it kind of does.
oh yeah,
But
you
he'll
told us
always-
this last
yeah,
time.
oh my
God.
Yeah, I'm remembering now.
Jesse got
Please
the
put it up here.
Beyonce just pops in, just like yeah, you are.
I'm weak.
Oh
And the
man.
thing is, like, he is partially gay. He's bisexual, so like
Oh
you know,
Jesus Christ! I
we're
feel
not
completely
wrong.
called out.
Speaking of fetishes.
Oh, we're going
Um,
back to your fetish now.
Okay,
Got it.
let's go.
no, we're going back to
fetish.
Druckmann.
Rub his
And
head.
his
God.
Yeah. It's very
Avoid
clear
this
attraction to muscular women.
Yeah.
No, how is that
I
a
don't-
There's
muscular
nothing
woman
wrong
attraction?
with
No,
being
I don't
attracted to
even think-
muscular women.
I don't even think it's an attraction to muscular women. It's just an attraction to his muscular girl,
Yeah,
his
that's
baby girl.
where.
Yeah,
Abby.
have you seen his header?
No,
Yeah.
actually,
On
Yeah,
Twitter?
it's
No,
cringe.
no,
Like,
no.
I wouldn't say cringe. Just like it seems like it's a waifu shrine, man.
Yeah, I
Which
mean,
I'm
like,
fine with that. But
I
you
mean,
know,
there's nothing wrong with creating your own waifu. There's nothing wrong
No.
with making characters that you find sexually attractive. In fact, I would say that more people need to do that now more than ever because we have all these people who are secretly putting their fetishes in there.
Oh, I
And
see.
yeah,
Yeah.
people are finding out about it and then like going out of their way to say, dude, what is this? And it's like nothing.
Yeah.
It's just not. I mean, like look at Jessica Rabbit. You think
Yeah.
that they literally said make a character you would want to wank it to, basically with Jessica Rabbit.
Yep.
This is the character you want to
And they
wank it
succeeded.
to. Make Jessica Rabbit, and they succeeded tremendously. They
yeah.
succeeded tremendously. Don't hide who you are, people. That is
I mean, I'm
something
not.
Uncle Slim. That's something
December.
Uncle Slim will tell you right now. Don't hide who you are.
Yo, I just damn, I was just scrolling through Twitter just now. They put out the Monster Hunter trailer. I don't want this.
Oh. Okay.
Oh
look, I'm
no!
just gonna be
Let's not talk
honest
about
here.
that.
Actually, it could be funny.
There's guns.
Here's the
What?
thing, yeah, exactly. I don't give a shit about Monster Hunter. I'm gonna be upfront. I never played those games.
I only played one game. I really liked it, but
But the thing
Okay.
is, I know it's a fucking fantasy game. And when I saw this, I was confusing it. It's like, oh god, this Doom movie does look like shit.
it does like a B.
I mean, it's the same people who made Resident Evil, and which means it's gonna be a movie about, hey, isn't my wife, the actress, really good? She's
Yeah.
really cool, guys.
Oh
I mean, I
yeah,
like
that
her, though,
weird
so
Russian
it's like-
Ukrainian woman, ain't it?
There was only one good Resident Evil movie, and that was Resident Evil 2.
That one's
The one with Mike Epps in it.
The good Resident Evil movie
I
is
think
just
the
a
sixth one's the
cutscene
best one.
compilation on YouTube.
I actually watched like all of them like twice.
Yeah, I've seen all
I
of them.
have shit taste in horror movies. I'll straight be upfront.
No, same here. I unironically kind of like those films. Okay.
Same here.
Except for the last one. The last one is the one I
No,
don't like. The
fourth
last
one's
one is
terrible.
the only one I don't like. When I saw how they massacred my boy Chris, Boulder smashing Chris, my guy, Wesker, both of them were ass. I said, how could you?
Okay, you gotta walk in knowing this is my wife is really cool show. That's what
Yeah, but like this is still a movie where she still does this awesome shit. So there's no reason for Chris not to still be doing this awesome shit. I wanted to,
which that
Come on,
happened in
man.
the one before that, like with Leon. The sixth one's the best one, like where they're doing like they had like in that underground city where it has like multiple different facilities. I think that's the coolest one. It has like the best action setups, and Leon actually got to do some cool stuff. Not a lot, mind you.
not just standing around.
Like, the only thing I know from the Resident Evil movies was when Red Letter Media was laughing at that one cutscene.
That was like that was from 4 because 4 is the worst one. I think that's
I always wondered, is like, damn, I wonder what, like, would they ever be like consider using Alice in the games? Not like movie Alice, but like just like make their own Alice, like just take her, restart it from fresh, start up, and just say, hey, we got new games with Alice.
Does anybody actually follow the fucking continuity of Resident Evil? And can you actually do it?
Yes.
You'd be surprised, yo.
Yes.
They do. Like the new game, Resident Evil 8. Somehow it connected to Chris. I didn't play 7. So I don't
Chris
know
was in
how
7. Chris was in 7.
Oh, he was in 7? Okay, well,
Yeah, I remember Chris being in 7 at the very end of the game.
And
Like,
he was
I
also on DLC too. Where he had
I
to
kept
go
up
against.
almost from one all the way to 6, but I missed out on 7. And when I saw the 8 trailer, I was like, Chris, you looking quite stonky there, boy.
They they brought back his bigness. I'm glad.
Yeah, big
Because
boy.
that pissed me off. That's like I'm actually one of those mongrels that like 6.
Ooh, you like 6?
Yes.
Ew.
This is where I'm saying like I understand I have bad taste there in that department. I don't apologize for it, but I like it.
6. That's Leon at his worst.
I mean that campaign wasn't supposed to be there. They were originally going to make
but it was fun.
I think it's fun. Yeah, I actually think it's fun. They stretch it too thin by making it about like 6 different characters They really
Yeah,
should.
they should have. Yeah,
They had
that
the
was
Sonic Adventure.
that was way too
They had
much.
Sonic Adventure Syndrome.
Yeah, they should have just kept it
I
smaller.
liked Resident Evil 4, which was the first Resident Evil game I played, and I thought 5 was okay. I
love.
I am not a fan of 6 when I played it. But 7 wasn't even really a Resident Evil game. It was just Outlast, basically.
No, yeah, it was a walk. I called it a walk. I called it a half walking sim.
I mean, like, I love Outlast, so I probably would like Resident Evil 7.
It's fun. It's just not, like the other games. Like it has some things like that.
Like at all. Like there's almost nothing like the original games.
It does. Yeah, it feels like a walking sim kind of game that has some action things. And there's like I said, it's like Outlast. That's actually the best way to put it. It's Outlast with some things that are like, hey, remember this in Resident Evil 1? Here's a thing like that in here.
See,
I still liked it, but I probably won't play it again.
see, the thing is, if Resident Evil 8 is going to be like the way it is, I'm expecting it to be like the first Resident Evil trilogy is going to be over like camera view games. Second's going to be third-person shooters. I'm expecting up to 9 is going to be like a first-person game.
Oh, I know.
Probably.
They need to remake back to we were talking about how you don't like the multiplayer games, but whatever. I like the Outbreak games were cool. They like 4-player, and you had to like solve the thing and stuff like that. It was cool, but it was PS2 era online game, so it was just like you had to type. That's how bad it was. You had to type.
Oh god. Speaking of video games that have also kind of failed to meet expectations. You guys hear about the Avengers game came out?
That looks so boring.
Game. I got word.
Isn't it out?
Yo, it came out.
Yet.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Every time they brought that game up, I legitimately kept forgetting it existed.
Same
and
here.
when I think Avengers video game where you can like play a different character, and like the first thing you think that would be like, you think that would always be at your forefront, but like not even like the Spider-Man game, which looked amazing by the trailers, and it felt like it was a celebration of Spider-Man. This felt like a corporate vampire, dude. It just felt
Let's make those Chamber games. They suck dick.
It looks insanely linear, which is the exact opposite of what I want in an Avengers game.
It is. It's a very linear game.
Like you can.
I can understand people liking it, though. I'll say that I can understand people liking it. I just don't.
I don't like the story. I don't like the story.
Oh yeah, every cutscene's been. I've been watching a Let's Play of it.
It's
every cutscene. Yeah,
it's cringe.
It is the cringiest.
It hurts.
Most normie fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Kamala Khan is so forced, and I don't mean forced as in like forced like I'm not talking about first ever seen that. I'm talking the way she's inserted into this story. That scene where she's 10 and she's at the Avengers convention.
They all show up.
They all
Here, little girl, have a comic.
When they all just so happy to land in front of her, and nobody hounds the Avengers at an Avenger convention, giving her time to have nice one-on-ones. Ooh, the cringe.
Like it felt like again, like I said, this was written like this. How you can tell this wasn't written by people who actually read the Avengers, who actually like actual comics fans. Mm-hmm. It feels like people who are like this is corporate Marvel Disney's MCU, kind of MCU, pseudo MCU Avengers, and it's so painfully obvious from the get-go that it didn't.
I hate the idea of the game itself, the story-wise. Like, all the Avengers just gave up and Cap died. They're like, oh, no.
Yeah, they did. It's so bad.
No.
Up
and leave.
Not even that. Tony Stark openly admitted, oh, I knew we got set up. I just couldn't do it. Fuck you, man. Tony Stark is quite possibly the most stubborn motherfucker in the entire Marvel universe, and he just gives up.
Tony would have
kidding?
been like, "Where's my boy?"
After getting obviously framed, are you fucking kidding me? Fuck that, man. And then Kamala Khan manages to find evidence magically.
And by
I'm like,
evidence,
fuck you, man.
Okay, what about the scene where she
camera footage?
She actually hacked into she guessed like Tony Stark's password, like Pepper.
No.
It's like my first love, Pepper Potts. Are you serious? That's
no, it wasn't
password?
that. It wasn't even that. It was worse than that. She was trying to guess his password to AIM. She looked around her wall of many posters. We get it, you're a nerd. Look around the wall, and then she sees the Tony wall, and the password wasn't even Pepper Potts. It was I am Iron Man. And I was like, Tony, bro.
Tony would not. Here's the thing. Tony would never do that. Tony would either make it he would either make it Pepper Potts,
right?
Or he would. Yeah, like that would be a genuinely.
No, it's still so stupid though. You just gotta know things about his life. That'd be so stupid. He's like the most like he'd have like some encrypted password because he's like he's a tech guy.
Even if it was Pepper Potts, it'll probably be like 88009 something. Like
I can see some like thing that like it was like a mathematic formula that equated to like Pepper Potts' name if you like translate
this. She solved it so easily, and then do that. She got the camera footage, and I was like, so Tony couldn't do this. I know Ant-Man's in this game too. He couldn't do this. I know Bruce is in this game. He couldn't do this.
Also, I'm just gonna say the most important thing: Wasp is in the game. 0 out of 10.
Oh, she's in the game. No.
She isn't.
Where she isn't in the game?
I thought she would be ugly.
Yeah, like they're gonna have
she would be
DLC
ugly though,
where
fucking realistic fucking garbage.
They disrespected my boy Hank Pym. They get that man no hairline. I was like, the disrespect.
I don't expect it anymore. He's
my like
he's unironically one of my favorite like Avengers characters, and he gets
he was one of my favorite characters. I mean, my first hero was based off Ant-Man. I
really liked Ant-Man. I didn't like when they tried to make him like this abusive asshole.
Oh yeah,
basically.
Okay, bear in mind every fucking superhero has done had a moment like this. It's just because he's not popular, they can just throw him on the bus.
Yeah, like that's kind of, and not to mention like they kept trying to give him different identities. Like they tried to make him Giant Man, and then all.
I think that's part of why he didn't. That's why he didn't latch on.
The universe ran with the Iron Man, Giant Man thing out a while, and the original 616 kind of just like.
I hated Yellow Jacket. I like the costume a lot, but he's like it, like where he like went crazy. I hate when they kept trying to make him crazy. This is problems dating back to like the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this is like they tried to play that into like Ultron's origins too. Like, Ultron pretty much has the same mind as Hank Pym, and Ultron went crazy, and then they questioned Pym. Yeah. I'm like, man, that's so fucking stupid.
That's why I still hold Jim Shooter tries to pass off the buck to the hit scene being like to the the artist. I'm like, no, you've been throwing on the bus since day one.
Yeah.
Wild.
All I can say is that this Avenger game just makes me want to play Hulk for the GameCube.
There's a lot of games you can play instead.
Yeah, like if you want to, yeah, just play either the Arkham games or just play Spider-Man.
Or just play Ultimate Alliance, which is only months old.
Ultimate Alliance was fucking awesome.
X-Men Legends 2, man.
I still never beaten that, and I still got in the GameCube. Me and my brothers, I don't know, we just never got finished it.
Those games were hard because you actually had to worry about that and stuff.
Locking the characters and everything. I was like, bro.
I didn't like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. I never played 3.
No, I don't like 2. 2
was just a beat 'em up. Like it wasn't even.
One is the best. 2 was a loose adaptation of an existing comic story.
That was where it went. I forgot. That was.
I don't like.
And then 3 was actually pretty decent.
Yeah,
I played.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was a Switch.
I heard it was okay.
Yeah,
I liked the first one. The first Ultimate Alliance was awesome.
Yeah, what a big game. That game introduced me to a lot of characters. That game introduced me to a lot of characters when I was a kid. It expanded. We explored the Marvel universe like in such a crazy way that that no Marvel game has ever done before. I was like, we're in Atlantis, we're in hell, we're in space,
Yeah.
we're in Asgard. I just
There
loved
wasn't
it.
a place to go. There wasn't a place to go from there. That's like I will say that's one thing bad about the sequel. Was like they did everything.
Yeah,
and,
like
they
the
had
sequel was
they
just,
had the best villain. It was Doom.
you want to
Let's
play
be
Civil
real.
War, guys? It's just like,
Something, a game that would be really awesome if they actually got together and made another X-Men game,
I'll be
like
down for that.
a good one, because like that last one where you had to get these other mutants that were made specifically for the games and then make different choices. That
I don't
game
Oh,
fucking
X-Men
sucked.
Destiny.
I
Yeah.
never
Destiny,
played
that's
that
a-
one because it looked bad.
Yeah, I
It
skipped
sucked.
Damn.
Yeah,
They,
but
like X-Men
when you
Legends is peak X-Men game for me.
if you
X-Men
want to
Destiny was fun, but
And I'm back.
like I realized that it wasn't good when I played it and beat
Mhm.
it twice in a single day.
Wait, what? Really? Whoa.
really
That happened to
Damn.
me.
a single
got
day.
That's a short game.
I was sick and I really didn't have much to do, and I was like, you know what? I played as the douchebag jock one time. I want to play as the other two, so I just decided to play as the other two, and I beat it twice in one day. Like
Yeah,
it's really short.
the best X-Men game that I ever played was literally the arcade version.
Well,
That one
yeah,
that one
that's-
does roll. I mean, the best one to me is all
We-
the
I-
Capcom
we-
games.
We used to play. I mean, we used to play that back in our roller rink days, where we used to go to the skating rink,
I too had that.
and we
yeah,
go
I too
and
had that
it
roller
would
rink.
go around we go around and play. You could play this fucking X-Men arcade game. It was so fucking fun. And I think if you made that now, it would be really fucking awesome if you made an X-Men game where you just got to play as the X-Men. Get to pick one, go around, fuck shit up. That's all you really need.
Okay, here's the real question: Did your place have the 4-man one or the 6-man one?
We had the 4-man one.
Okay, yeah, see, that's what we had too. I was so baffled one day when I found out there's a 6-man one. I was like, what?
Yeah,
People
there's
have
a
smaller
6-man
ones?
one, but
That's
it's
intense.
huge.
Oh, I don't care. It'd be sick.
I mean, at first I would need 6 friends, but
Oh,
or 5
obviously,
friends.
that's all that. You can
Yeah.
barely ever find 4, but I just want. It's just the status of it, man.
that's
Here's
true.
here's a question for Burning X from Burning X Hitter. He said how do we think about the MCU as a whole? And me and Wayward were actually talking about this before we started the
Yeah, we
stream.
were.
Actually, we were
As a
talking about
whole,
I
this.
think it's mostly garbage. That's my opinion. I think there's some good nuggets, but I think it's mostly garbage.
It started out good, and then
Everything after phase 2.
like
I think here's my opinion on the MCU. At the very end of the day, the MCU isn't inherently bad. I don't even I think the only two things that people need to realize is that the MCU humor doesn't need to be in every fucking movie. Please,
Yeah.
for the love of fucking God, stop it. Please. And two is that at the end of the day, the reason the MCU is so big is because it's a gimmick. People need to realize that it's a gimmick.
Oh yeah.
Every single movie is designed so you can watch the next one because it's always sequel bait. People say what is the after credit scene? It's always sequel bait. That's what the MCU is. It's a consistent. Well, it's like dominoes. It's consistently well placed.
I wouldn't call
Roll.
it well placed. I wouldn't call it
I mean,
that.
for the most part, for what it is, you got to give them credit.
I mean,
but,
I will give them the credit in the sense they actually people were buying it. But I'll be like I'm in the weird position where I'll say Avengers didn't actually need those other movies like the first wave or whatever. All you gotta do is be like, okay, this guy was frozen in time. This guy is a rage monster. This guy was Iron Man. You saw okay, I'll say Iron Man 1 should exist, and they could just go to Avengers and call it a day.
The only Iron Man movies that exist are 1 and 3. Those
and
are
then
the
Thor is just Thor. People know what Thor is.
Yeah, but like I said, it's a gimmick. Like
Yeah, I
these,
know.
like the reason,
That's
like
self-gimmick.
like most of these movies exist not to really expand on anything. It's just to say, hey, this is a new character, and now we're getting into the next character, and now we're getting into the next movie, and I'm just like, yeah, it's just a consistently sequel bait.
And I will agree with Burning here. The Marvel Netflix universe was way better, and I still think a lot of that still had like the Iron Fist was mostly filler. But I still think they did a better job at doing it. But then also TV format's a better format to telling long form stories because like my big problem with those movies is they're aping the TV format.
If I could say this,
Floor,
oh,
yo,
sorry.
sorry, but I'm just saying, Smug said this. He said, it started out like Chick-fil-A, then became McDonald's, and then became school lunch food.
Oh yeah,
That's a
Winter,
good one.
That's a good one.
Burning Extra said Winter Soldier's good. We were all talking about that. So I still think it's like that's. I won't say it's the best superhero movie because I think that's TMNT cough. But
it's one of the best MCU has.
I think it's the best one they have. Yes, I think it's the best one that MCU has.
I still
Yeah,
say that Civil War was better than Winter Soldier, honestly.
Civil War was pretty good. It was better. It
I
was better than the.
like
It
how
was
they
better.
did Zemo.
It was.
I
Hey,
didn't like
hey,
how they did Zemo.
guys.
But he was smart.
The Civil War movie was better than the Civil War comic.
Oh,
I will
definitely.
stand by that.
Yeah, I'll say that.
I will stand by that.
I'll say that.
That's true.
I'll agree. I don't like the comic. I really don't.
Like-
The only thing I don't like Civil War, like movie wise, I don't like the inclusion of Spider-Man and Ant-Man.
That was.
I
It
think
made me
it
not
was-
care about. Okay, the weird thing is, like, because Spider-Man appeared in that movie, I didn't care about the movie coming out because I was like, oh, okay, no, we already saw him in that movie.
Yeah,
I don't
that
care
should have been
anymore.
a secret. Scott Lang should have stayed his ass home. I don't know what compelled him to get up and do that.
I also didn't like how that was also Black Panther's origin too. He
It
should
was
have like.
Let's
his
be honest.
introduction?
Black
I
Panther
mean,
and
like,
Civil
that
War
I mean,
was
he was
way better than
fine.
he was
ever
better. He was
and-
better. I mean, Black
Yeah, Civil
Panther
War
He was
was
better in that,
better.
but they also made like.
He was better
You're
in
right.
Civil War than he was
Yes.
in the actual Black
Yes.
Panther movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. I'll agree on that, but it just
Yeah.
like it kind of made it weird to where like he didn't really have. I don't feel like he had much of a. He didn't have much of a personal journey in that in Black Panther because of that. Because like his actual like good motivation was like when his like it's like his dad was dead and he's got to take on the mantle all of a sudden. They should have saved that for like his actual movie. I think that would have been like a better movie overall.
Yeah, like they should have just followed like the comics where his dad got his ass beat and he had to go to the Avengers for help to get like his pride.
I mean, it's like like I like his introduction in Earth Mightiest Heroes. Like he just came, started slapping him around, and he's
Okay.
like,
Oh, he was great in that.
You do
Everybody's
not
great in
bring
that,
in
though.
Zack Snyder trash. Stop it.
I did like Civil War a lot actually.
we oh
Yeah.
hang on Mega Gears has a question.
Yeah.
Do you think Suicide Squad 2 is a sign that of what's to come with DC? Maybe better movies. Honestly, if
I do.
anyone
Suicide
actually
Squad 2?
if anyone actually thinks that if anyone actually thinks that DC the DCEU is still a thing,
No,
no,
It's
it's
No,
not.
they are fully immersing themselves in the idea of the multiverse, and I
Yeah.
respect the hell out of them for it.
I totally
I'm fine with
agree.
that.
I really don't care. I just want decent movies, man.
Same
I don't
here.
even care anymore. I don't care if it's related, if they find if it connects to this or that. I just want good movies again. I just want good movies. Not everything has to be connected or whatever. Just make the fucking movie and make it good.
Yeah. By the way, like, yeah, because like it's not really Suicide Squad 2. That's what I was gonna say. It's Suicide Squad the remake.
It's
And-
like a soft remake. Like it's
Not a remake, but like it's a new movie. It's just a new movie. They're rebooting the franchise. Second movie.
Burning Exeter. We're aware of Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman was a good actor, even
Yes,
if we
indeed.
didn't like the Black Panther movie. He
Oh
was a
no,
great
yeah,
actor.
I think
He traded well.
nothing about the character had anything to do with him doing it. He did a good job. Like I saw that he did the whole act. He like pushed for that accent. That was a good decision. Him having
Mhm.
like if he had like a British accent, that'd be stupid.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be weird. That'd be so
Yeah,
weird.
Chadwick Boseman is a fantastic actor. We really
Chadwick
do.
If it
I
was
just
anybody
don't
else
like
other
the
than
movie.
Chadwick Boseman, it would have been completely trash. But
I just think
Yeah.
I think they.
Boseman,
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wish in the movies my man's hairline was crisp as fuck. Got the King of Wakanda out here with the uncut, crisp, not no waves. Like goddamn, the
They
disrespect.
could have gave him the cape, man. At
My
least
man
at
should
one
have.
point, they
My
could
man
have
should
gave
be
him the
walking
cape.
around with the best goddamn hairstyle a king should have.
I gotta say, so they're probably gonna make Shuri the main character, right? After this, I
I mean,
hate to
that
be morbid.
I
kind
am
of been the
actually
plan
kind
even
of
before
okay
his death.
with.
I hated her so
It
much.
seems that had been the plan before his death. I too do not like her. What are those ass in the face? If she don't get her Redditor ass out my face, I swear to God.
Right.
I remember watching like a Cinema Sins video. I know I was bored, but I watched a Cinema Sins video of the movie, and they were just fucking. They were sucking the movie's dick, of course.
I mean,
But you know, yeah,
Right.
they were sucking it. They were sucking it like a vacuum.
mobs. They don't want to get mobbed, of course.
Yeah, and then he said, but like once they got to like Shuri, and he said, "What are those?" He said, "Look, I love Shuri. She gets and they removed the scent. I'm like, dude, if you had any integrity, you would know how fucking
10
stupid that
cents.
was.
20
It
cents.
would have been 10. It would have been 10 cents. Fuck
Although
you, man.
I would
was
like, if it was up to
just
me, like
wish-
that. Okay, I will say she's not as bad as like Ezra Miller's Flash. He makes me want to die. He makes me want to die.
I really-
I'd rather watch.
Nobody
any
likes
day.
nobody likes Ezra
Exactly.
Miller. No one likes Ezra Miller's Flash.
I don't
I
like
think
Ezra
so.
Miller.
I liked it.
You know somebody who would actually be pretty good, like as
No,
like
trash.
who would be pretty good as Wally West though. And like a lot of people said, why would you think this? But I think it would actually be a really good choice.
Probably.
I think like if they tweak some stuff around, I think Steven Yeun could do like a pretty good Wally West Flash.
See, here's the thing. I actually have, like, when I was discussing the cast for like my What If DC universe with a friend of mine, we had actually considered when we still planned on having Wally West in the universe. I ended up cutting Wally West because like I couldn't figure out a good way to fit him in and it feel like natural. It would have felt very forced. But we had actually considered casting an Asian actor in the role for Wally West.
Really?
Because we were like, I mean, he's been a ginger, he's been black. I mean, why not?
I mean, he could be.
Why not?
I mean, you can still dye his hair red. I mean, like he could be Asian.
You could be redheaded Asian. Yeah.
He would be played by Choi Woo-shik.
It's like the Beast Boy actor in the
Titans.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna be. I feel like I'm gonna get hated here. I love Titans.
I'm just gonna. Yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, wait.
I did.
I'm just messing with you, go, man.
I'll say that.
I'm not that petty.
Hey, Slim.
I enjoyed the first season. I won't lie. But then
I
season
actually
two,
enjoyed the
I
second
hated.
season more.
You enjoyed the second season more? I don't know. I couldn't.
I felt the
character
second
moments were just
season did
dragging.
better in like actually making it a Teen Titans show. Like in the first one, it was like it
Oh, you
focused
mean
way
like
too
they
much on
actually
it being
became a
like
team?
edgy and whatnot.
I got three
season
episodes
like, it was still
in,
kind of
and
edgy, but
I guess, but I just didn't like the way.
I got three. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm like, I got 3 episodes in, and I wanted to slip my wrist. I was like, nope, I can't do
don't
this.
you want to do that like every other day anyway, though?
I do, but like this is. I do obviously, but this is a different scenario.
The only DCEU shows well, they're not really DCEU
Wait,
shows. The only DC Universe shows I like are.
Hang on, let me add Hatchet back.
there you go.
Sorry about that.
Are Titan.
Nah, it's cool.
But
I
just have to come back to say,
I
I hope you're doing well, Slim. Take easy, and I gotta go. Peace,
Oh.
man.
See ya,
That's
Happy.
no problem, dude. See you, man.
Later, folks.
See you,
Later.
brother.
See ya.
Yeah, I was saying I like DC shows. I liked I I still like what's it called? Doom Patrol. I love that one. And
I love Doom Patrol. Doom
RIP
Patrol is the
to
weirdest show I've ever seen,
it
and
is.
that is a good thing.
I love the characters too much. I also like Swamp Thing. There we go. RIP that canceled.
I never
day
actually watched Swamp Thing. Like, it got canceled before I got around to
one.
watching
Yeah, it
it.
got
So at this
canceled
point, I'm like,
episode 1. The day they aired it, it
yeah,
got canceled. They're going to
because
air on the CW,
the execs
which
were
is
like, "Hey."
impossible. I don't know how
The
they're going to air
execs
on
were like,
CW.
"Hey, you know this the whole reason you wanted to create this was to make
Mhm.
kind of a lean into the horror aspects of it.
Yeah.
We don't like that. Fuck you."
Boo, boo. That sucked. That movie, that's a movie. Show
Amber,
was great.
Amber Heard is coming back. Yes.
yeah, Amber Heard is coming back, and I'm like, nah.
She can
Nah.
suck my
good.
dick.
Yeah.
That's
I
weird.
mean,
Like, I don't know why
like
they
that
did that. And
I
that's
not
also,
like
but I
that
guess
one.
that's
I was
because she's a
like,
I
woman.
mean, like,
let's be honest.
I mean, like, I wouldn't mind if Amber Heard sucked my dick before the Johnny Depp thing came out, but you know, it's just how it is.
You know what? Like, I'm okay with her sucking my dick. I will feel bad about it, but like,
at least
he
you're
has
honest.
no integrity. He has no integrity. Gumby has no integrity.
Am I?
Um,
Like, I'm not saying. You know what? You're
Listen,
right. I have
Just
no
say,
integrity.
yeah,
you want
I
to get
would,
sucked up by a maniac. It happens.
You know what? I'm going to fully lean into my lack of integrity. I liked Suicide Squad.
The movie?
Yeah.
Suicide Squad was ironically enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
It's so bad, it's kind of good.
I don't want
was
to
at
be
least
watching
entertained.
ever, but like I wasn't sitting there like offended or like, oh, this is pure garbage. Like I wasn't like, damn, I could be doing something else. Nah. I've seen worse. I actually want to see the part 2.
I am actually legitimately excited for that.
I am excited to see what's happening with that one. I was like, ooh, we got a big cast. Got casters I like here. James Gunn is doing his thing.
James Gunn is
And we got
director.
we got John Cena in the fucking
And then
movie.
got
We got
John
John Cena,
spin-off,
and
like-
he's getting a prequel show written by James Gunn.
Is he? Wow. Oh,
Mhm.
DC, they're moving in on this. They're moving in.
I mean, yeah,
Can John Cena
like
act though? I really don't really know.
Yeah,
could.
he's
And then-
actually
Yeah.
he's actually a really good actor.
I like him in Bumblebee. There's one movie he's in. It's kind of dumb, cock blockers. But he was kind of funny in that one. It's about John Cena, who's a dad, and he and a bunch
trying
of
to
other parents.
stop his daughter from having sex. Yeah.
Yeah. It's dumb as hell. It's the only movie you ever get to see John Cena try to drink alcohol from his asshole. It's completely stupid. But you know what? I like John Cena's
Say
performance.
what now?
It's the only movie where you see John Cena trying to drink liquor from his asshole.
Fair enough.
I feel
mean,
violated
like,
just
I
hearing that.
He was at a
I know,
frat party trying to hunt down his daughter, and these guys like, you want answers? You're gonna have to play the game. And the thing is, like, they actually put the 2 of his ass, and he had to drink. No, he had to drink the liquor through his ass. There we go. Because you could.
You could die from that. You know, it's like the actual.
I mean, not
like,
John fucking Cena. He's John goddamn.
I mean,
Cena.
like, it could go like directly to your lip. You ever seen 1,000 Ways to Die?
Yes, I missed that show.
The guy actually put alcohol up his ass, like wine up his ass, and then he died of alcohol poisoning because it was like a lot worse.
Why would you do that? I can't imagine.
Hilarious.
Bernie Exeter asks, what do you guys think of John Singleton?
I don't know who that is. So
Yeah.
John Singleton, the guy who made Boys in the Hood, Baby Boy.
Oh.
He's a guy who basically like started the hood movie trend.
Yeah,
I haven't.
cool.
I haven't seen.
I like him. He did Shaft. I remember that.
I'm gonna be okay.
yeah.
I've seen
one.
Shaft. I've seen Shaft. I haven't seen the other ones.
I've seen Boys in the Hood.
I've
like,
seen.
if you're.
I've seen Don't Be a Menace, the other one that's parroting.
He did Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah,
Really?
I heard about.
I've seen that.
I realized that, and I didn't know about that. I'm like, holy shit, John Singleton, because I actually really like John Singleton. I like his. I like. Man, I grew up on hood movies.
Yeah.
I grew up on
Black
Boys
Panther.
in the Boys in the Hood, Juice,
Ye-
Menace to Society,
ye-
um,
Juice is one I missed. I
ba-
didn't see Juice yet.
Baby
I saw the
Baby
others.
Boy.
Yeah.
Nobody's here seen Juice, Tupac, Juice,
No, I haven't seen
Omar
it.
Epps.
No.
No, I seen all the others you just named, but I missed out on Juice.
Yeah, like dude. I thought like a black New Yorker would have seen Juice.
Yeah, you would think. Everyone's always like, you ain't seen Juice? You from Brooklyn? The fuck? I was like, yes, I am from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
ain't
but
scared
like
of Nick.
that's
I'm out here
it's
watching
a
goddamn Google Gaga movies. I'm goddamn 10 years old.
yeah, like it's a really good fucking movie. Go check out Juice if you can.
I probably will.
But John Singleton kind of started the whole hood movie trend. Um, and I really do respect him. Even though I don't even though like he's like the first one to like do like social political commentary in his movies and actually
Mm.
do it well. Hint, hint, motherfuckers. Hint, hint. But
Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about here?
John Singleton. John Singleton.
No, I mean like who are you like who implying is bad at it? It's
I don't
like,
call. I
Most
don't call them SJW. I don't use that word
I don't
anymore.
use that.
So
But
I call them.
I'm talking more kind of like
Yeah.
what's
Like
his-
people,
what's his
like
name?
people, like people, like people like
Jordan Peele.
Ryan Johnson, like people like Ryan Johnson, or people like people who complain that all art is political and like you can't speak politics and all that other bullshit. There's a right and wrong way to do it, and John Singleton did do it the right way, even when I disagree with him on certain things. He still was like the goat of
Yes.
talking about issues
On those
with
type of
black
films and stuff.
people.
And
Yeah,
he knew
like
how to have fun too. That's not. He knew also how to have fun with his films. That's when. I like the
Yeah, like-
Shaft. That's a fun ass movie, and it's not out here just like taking itself so seriously all the damn time or something like that. It's like, man, it's fun as hell.
yeah,
That's why I
even
like
like
the Shaft movie too.
even his more serious movies, like again, what was it? Baby Boy. That movie's fucking funny too. It's silly as fuck too.
Yeah, my thing is, like, if you're gonna make these movies, you want to make a message and stuff, you still gotta remember you're making a movie. Have fun with it. You don't just sit there and go, preachy, preachy, preach.
I loved when Snoop Dogg like kicked down the little kid's pillow fort just to be fucking
Violated.
petty.
Violated. I used to find pettiness in movies funny. You don't see cats doing that a lot nowadays.
Yeah, and then that one scene where him and where Jody and his dude found those kids and just stole them, and then he took off his belt for the last one because he didn't flinch and just started beating his ass. And then like Jody was laughing at first, and then the smile went away, and everybody's like, and I saw this on YouTube, and I looked at the comment section, and everybody was like, when you laughing at your brother getting his ass beat, then you realize you're next.
Yo, let me tell you, shit, I used to have an old fucking time. Goddamn, I'll never forget. Me and my little brother both, we fell at school, got a lot of bad grades. It's like, goddamn, who's going first?
Me and my brother.
I went first because I was like, if I go first, I get to laugh at his ass, and laughing ease the pain.
Yeah, like here's the thing about that. We didn't get beaten for bad grades. Me and my brother, we legit we're fucking menaces, dude. We both got in trouble. We both did a bunch of stupid shit. We fight all the time. We do all kind of stupid shit.
Yeah, no, same here. I left that out. We got some school fights.
I used to get in school fights all the time, like back when I was like up until like sixth grade. And I was like, I'm kind of tired of this.
Exactly. It's like once I get hit this grade, I was like, the hell am I doing wasting time being a child myself and other people?
Yeah, exactly.
That my life. I don't have to do this. I don't have to fight. They just words.
Exactly. That's basically it. It's like, who cares?
Another question from Burning Exeter. He asked, what do you guys think of the Prince of Egypt?
Golden.
Amazing.
That's
Golden.
my
Haven't watched it in a
that is
really
my,
long time, but
The
very,
goat.
very good.
It
the
Like-
Prince of Egypt. The Prince of Egypt. I will say this unequivocally: Prince of Egypt is my favorite film of all time.
Ah, nice.
It is
yeah,
my favorite. It is my number one favorite film ever.
I mean, it is a
It's-
really goddamn solid movie. Like,
it's definitely the best DreamWorks movie, I think. For sure.
I love
Yeah,
it.
like objectively, yes.
Like, as a kid,
Kung Fu-
I've been fed that movie
Kung Fu,
so much to the point where you would think, oh, it's only gonna get tired of seeing the same movie like 20 goddamn times in a span of 5 years. But nah, I just still like that movie.
Man, I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know if like other like I was like a Roman Catholic raised when I was a kid,
Mhm.
and like that song was like that song from the movie overplayed. Like just like
It
I heard that.
happened.
Yeah,
which
it's 'cause,
one?
like other
Which song?
you know the song that like when you believe that song.
Yeah.
the one that plays at the end. It plays like twice at the end.
There
'Cause-
can be miracles.
Yeah, that one.
You believe.
It's a really good song. It's a really good song. So I'm not saying like a, like I'm
I
like
will say this: the plagues and deliver us over. There can be miracles.
oh definitely I understand why it's the banger. It's like it's a lot less forced than like say like Let It Go or something like that.
Yeah.
Frozen.
And I couldn't believe
Artificially
that
made the banger.
I couldn't believe that Ralph Fiennes could actually sing.
Was it actually him?
Yeah, it was actually
Say
him
what?
singing. Like
What?
Ralph Fiennes, the guy who plays Ramses, he was actually singing. They did get a replacement for Val Kilmer for Moses, but Ralph Fiennes actually sung that part of the plague.
Wow, that's kind of impressive because that was pretty much the standard at the time, as opposed to
is.
now we're like it's really weird how like Disney movies nowadays they'll like
You can tell it's not the actor.
yeah, like no, not even
Yeah.
that. It's like they'll get like they got Hermione to sing that one part in Beauty and the Beast, and it's just
Ew.
auto tuned to shit. It's auto tuned to shit.
Oh my god! What?
It
You
sounds
know
awful.
something? You know something I always hated when Jamie Foxx is in a movie and he has to sing, right?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
They always auto tune Jamie Foxx. Why are you auto tuning Jamie Foxx?
They do that to that.
They
dude,
do that, like actually that happened to that kid, and someone was
Wait.
like showing the song or like from
Did you do
the
that
Lion
in-
King, the
They
new
do
Lion
that
King.
in, the
Like-
Annie reboot.
Probably they always do it. They do it all the
They
time because like
auto-tune?
they'll pick out a kid who can actually sing and they'll auto tune it and then they'll pitch shift it and then it'll be wrong because the kid can actually do the note like in the Lion King the kid can actually do the notes and then they auto tuned it to where it was just like incorrect.
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
remind me. This man Jamie Foxx come back as Electro. I was laughing my ass off.
I don't even.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3, they're gonna bring back Jamie
man,
Foxx as
he
Electro.
He was the only
Like-
okay. In
You
all
think you couldn't
fairness,
get rid of me?
in Amazing Spider-Man 2, he was like the only one actually trying. Everybody else was just like, I want to go home.
Yeah, too bad he was the worst part of Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't care.
He was written terribly.
I-
He
well,
It really
right.
was, and I don't even blame him for that.
It's
That
not
was-
his fault. He's Jamie damn Foxx. I mean, he's a good goddamn actor. But his
He was-
why did Captain Motivation so flimsy? I'm not popular. Shut the fuck up, you grown ass man.
He was, it was like, I kind of like what they're trying to go for, where it's like an autistic fanboy, and but
Yeah.
it was just so it felt
I
so
will say-
forced and
will
natural.
say,
Like it's like
at
he was like,
least, at least they did show like him getting picked on and him getting shitted on by everyone. So I was like, okay, he's getting shitted
He
on.
felt
understand.
he felt more like Peter Parker than Andrew Garfield.
They did more. Yo, they did more to because like he's a shitty villain, right? But I'll say they did more to show his motives and stuff better than they did with characters like Mysterio or whatever.
I
Like,
never saw it, so I can't comment. So if it got worse than that, that's-
Mysterio
Far From
and,
Home, all you need to know Far From Home is up until he revealed himself, there was no motivation. He was like, he tricked Peter. The moment Peter gave him the glasses and left, this man just jumped on the table. He's in the bar with all the other baddies. And like, exposition. I'm evil because of this. And you're evil because of that. And you helped me do that.
This-
and that's how we
wait.
got away with it. And I was like,
Far from Home. Far From Home was so fucking boring, man. I swear to God, I almost fell asleep almost twice watching the fucking movie because it was so fucking boring. It was so standard white bread, milk toast, just boring, man. I'm like,
It is.
like one of the worst parts about it was like when Mysterio went out of his way to like to say, oh well, the reason I'm evil is because like Tony Stark literally called I think poop or whatever. I'm like, really?
Yes, he legit is evil
Really?
because man called his technology barf, and I was like,
That sounds like
so the
that
next
like Lex
step is to
Luthor
kill
super friend
children.
shit.
Like the thing is like so the next step from barf is to kill children. like he openly
like-
like, yo, Peter, I'm about to kill your friends. I'm like, you mean kids, right? You're
I mean,
wilding.
like I said, like here's a, like oh, it was like, and then like him and Michelle, they just had no fucking chemistry the entire movie.
It's Zendaya. I don't think she has chemistry with anybody.
Zendaya is
Damn.
actually a
I
Zendaya
like Zendaya.
is
but that's kinda
actually a good actress.
No,
But
yeah,
here's
I
the
was
problem
actually
with that.
completely kidding. Zendaya's freaking phenomenal. She's
love
my
her.
pick for
God damn it.
Starfire, actually.
cool. She's cute.
Yeah, she's
Adorable.
not. She's not a bad actress.
They.
She just doesn't have any. Like, there's just no chemistry. They're like trying to push this romance, and I'm like,
Yes, Florence.
these two
Yes,
are just not.
Jimmy Fox did get exploded into oblivion. But
I don't know. They
see,
can do some multiverse shit. They can just like be like, it's a
multiverse
multiverse.
shenanigans is
Wait.
what the MCU looks
Are we
like it's
talking
going to
about?
do.
Are we talking about Electro or Jamie Foxx's career?
Electro. Electro.
Okay, I am glad that multiverse is going to become like more common because I don't want to hear the excuse that like DC can't have a multiverse in their comics anymore. I don't want to fucking hear anymore.
I'm cool with it, but my problem with multiverses is people really do use that as an excuse to just think they could get away with anything, with any character doing whatever. And I'm like, yes, there's multiverses, but I see so many people who use that as an excuse of like, well, you know, there are multiverses, so I don't see why the character can't do this now. I'm like,
I mean, if you're gonna go by film Robert's logic, like why should we it's just so many people like Movie Bob and stuff like that who says, well, comics are weird and it's gonna be rebooted anyway, so you shouldn't take the characters or the storyline seriously.
That's just more reason why I shouldn't care though.
I
like,
fucking hate that.
No, I'm mostly saying like from the fact that like I don't understand why we have like a million different. We have like 4 different people named the Flash in the one universe. We don't need that.
Yeah. When it comes to multiple characters in one universe, it's like, bro. At least have different names.
Like, yeah, dude. Like, I don't. Like,
Impulse is called Impulse. Like,
I don't. Yeah, I don't understand why we need to have like especially with like the 2 Spider-Man. Like, I think Miles Morales should have stayed in that Ultimate Universe. I think even they could have gotten
at the very least have him keep calling him Kid Arachnid instead of Spider-Man.
Or just Arachnid.
Something.
Either
one of those two need to happen.
The other Arachnid anymore. Like the other, I don't think Marvel uses the other Arachnid character. So at that point, just give it to Miles.
I'm not really a big fan of like all these different Spider. I didn't really like Spider-Woman. I'm gonna be real. I know that's something.
Which one?
The one that can which one are you talking about? Silk or the one who can like see like
Silk
different.
Silk especially sucks. Silk's like not even on the radar.
It's not her fault. I don't like her.
Like Nerd Wonder said it best. Silk is a rapist. She really is a rapist.
It was Dan Slott writing who didn't write Spider-Man. Like even
why would you introduce her like that? Why would you do that? That's what you want to have associated with this character?
I mean, that's Dan Slott's fetish, and I'm not gonna judge him, but it's also creepy. They got to put it in the Spider-Man book. Let's be real here.
I made my own Spider-Man character. He was he had like a Symbionite, and he was like this albino guy who was experimented on, and instead of being triggered by angry emotions like venom, he was actually triggered by fear, and I called him arachnophobe. So he was like a Symbionite Spider-Man who was triggered by fear, and he had a fear of spiders. So he was also a paranoid schizophrenic, and I called him arachnophobe.
Arachnophobe.
It's not a bad idea. It's better than a lot of the other Spider characters, definitely. I'm really just not the biggest fan of like all these different spider characters. Like,
yeah, like it's like.
Why does Venom have like 8 different dudes too? Like, it's like he's got like that.
But here's
yeah.
the thing. It's a lot like Batman. People just can't accept. People are just too fucking scared to have characters stand in their own right.
Yeah,
they're too afraid. They're too afraid to make Nightwing or Red Hood or another character. They're too afraid to do that because people aren't immediately familiar with Batman. I swear to God, with those carrots, brother.
I really hate, especially like I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna piss a lot of people out. I don't like the new Red Hood shit. Where he's like, I don't like how he's gonna have the Batman emblem and shit like on him. Like that was like, it feels like just supposed like Batman brand Red Hood.
It's like it feels like he went back on like his whole, like
it does.
Hitting himself with them. First of all, he doesn't even kill anymore. He's like, my friend was telling me this today as well. Like we're talking, and he was like, "Yeah, he's been using blanks ever since New 52." And I was like, then what's the point of guns?
Then what's the fucking point?
Gun, you're meaning to kill someone. If you have a gun, you are intending to kill.
I hate too. Like he'll like bitch at like Kate Kane for like using Batwoman for like using like a shotgun one time. It was also kind of like it was like, oh, it's just blanks or whatever, and like which also doesn't mean that much. It's a blank shotgun. Come on now. But any case, and then like I was like, okay, so Red Hood gets a pass. He's good despite it all. It's so stupid. I don't like him being like on squad with him. I think it should be like should be like I don't think he necessarily needs to be like the bad guy in his book, but he needs to be like
He should have just committed to the Frank Castle bit.
Yeah, here's the
thing. Here's something I noticed, and I think that it's something that I've seen a lot of in modern comic books, is that people are too afraid to have. Basically, they're afraid of villains. They're afraid to make villains the main characters anymore. So they always either make them some version of an anti-hero, or go out of their way to just try to downplay their antagonistic traits. So when you see people if you see this with like I swear to God, you see this Doctor Doom, Doc Ock, Granny Goodness, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Red Hood. We see this over and over and over again, where they just want to go out of their way and not have villains anymore. It's one of the reasons like comic books are failing, because you don't really have good villains. Villains are either villains nowadays are either cartoonishly one note, political straw man, or just somehow become good guys. You're trying to make Marvel made Doctor Doom a good guy.
That was lame.
That was lame.
How dare you? How dare you?
Because like he could be a lead character in a book while still being evil. Because people. Here's the thing: people don't really realize what they just think. People think anti-hero means a good guy who shoots things with guns and curses. That's what they think it means. It doesn't mean that. It means a lead character with atypical motives. Meaning you can have Joker as the Joker be the lead be an anti-hero by just having him be the lead character.
An anti-hero motive would be like, I didn't really do it to save somebody per se. Like, listen, there was money in that bank. I just didn't want to blow up because I was going to rob it later. You know what I'm saying?
Deadpool used to be that.
Yeah, like I was about to say, like Deadpool is a great example of becoming so mainstream, and now he was a fucking perverted, over the top, murderous motherfucker who just did shit because he was fucking insane, and he still does that in like the movie. The movies are more accurate than the comics nowadays. They really are. The movies are more accurate than the comics now.
Well, so, it's like they didn't give a shit. Like Fox didn't give a shit by that. Like when they were actually trying not to emphasize like their marketing on Deadpool.
So yeah, like I said, like it really is just so crazy how comic books don't care about good villains anymore. People forget that a good story is just as good as its villain. And when you don't have compelling villains in your story, which is something that a lot of modern comics don't do, because like I said, they either try to make them the hero, downplay it, or they just make them remember when they rewrote Odin? Remember when they tried to make Odin the bad guy, and they completely rewrote him? Jason Aaron completely rewrote him to be a complete, like, embody his political his political opinions and shit.
Was he
one
the
of
one
the
that did the Elf in the Hella thing where he was like the?
I'm pretty sure Kathy Bates will be playing Granny Goodness in the New Gods movie.
But who did that one? Who did that one where it's like unsolicited opinions on Israel?
That was Jason Aaron.
What?
Fucking moron.
No!
Yeah, that was the entire female Thor run was Jason Aaron.
Well, that was Hella, right? That was in Hella, right?
No, that was definitely
Odin's
female
dad.
Thor.
That was in that. Oh my god, it got worse apparently because like I dropped out of issue 8. I really tried to like it because I was like, okay, it's a new Thor. I'm not a Thor fan. This should be a good entry point for me. It's not.
No, dude, like Jason Aaron completely the only good part of the Thor run, in my opinion, is when Thor is depressed and Beta Ray Bill is a real bro and tries to come back and cheer him up. And he's like, hey, dude, what's up?
I'm sure I've said this before, but the biggest problem with that run was like the fact that it starts off with Thor trying to figure out the mystery of who she is, and so she wasn't actually the main character. It was still Thor. Thor was still the main character.
Even then, you know what? And then it says, oh, because of what Nick Fury whispered in his ear, it made him unworthy, even though it didn't make a lick of goddamn sense.
What was the answer? I forgot. It finally got like it was like 2 years later.
It was like this one guy was right. Was it Ulick?
It was the god. It was the god butcher. It was the god butcher.
Killer had said like 2 years ago that Thor was unworthy, and Nick Fury told Thor, he's like, yeah, that guy was right, and Thor was like, what? And then all of a sudden,
no, it wasn't that. It wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. I swear to God, it was Gorn the God Butcher. He said that the gods don't care about mortals or whatever, right?
Oh,
and then Nick Fury said, oh, it turns out he was right, and I was like, that's what made him unworthy? Hearing that, oh, this crazy, insane villain who almost killed the gods was right, and like the other gods don't care about mortals. Okay, not only have we actually kind of seen this storyline before, where the gods are kind of like, apathetic to mortals, right? But Thor still fights for them anyway. We've seen this already, and we know that Thor is there to protect humanity, even against the gods themselves. So how would this make him unworthy? Jason Aaron never answers that. We ask, how did fucking Jane Foster get on the moon? Jason Aaron never answers that. How did Jane Foster manage to lift Thor's hammer? He never answers that. He just says she's just able to. And it's just Jason Aaron just does not care about characters, and he just doesn't care about he doesn't care about anything. He is like Ryan Johnson of Marvel Comics right now, and he's just such a fucking idiot. He fucked up She-Hulk, and I will never forgive him for that. His destruction of She-Hulk, I will never forgive him for that.
Oh yeah, he had that one where like
that was him. That was him.
That was him too.
Man, the weird thing about that is they ignored the last run, where like the Depression Quest version of her. It ended with her becoming the normal She-Hulk in the end, and then she was just dumb. She was a big dumb, Bruce Banner knockoff She-Hulk. But like after when it came, like when his run, it made no sense.
Yeah, like he even tried to push this idea that she never liked being She-Hulk. Because
that's the whole point of her character.
Yeah, he was literally. It's literally.
Yeah, she was like, man, I can't. I'll never forget the one line she said.
She's not depressed Hulk. That's the point.
She said, Bruce once told me I had it great because people like putting posters on the wall of me, and boys looked up to me and liked me. I wanted to punch him in the face, and I was like, "You
I
mean
was
punch
so
your
fucking pissed when I
mentally
read that.
fucked up cousin? Your cousin is always homeless for
That's-
practically months, spends months disappearing without memory of what happened because sometimes he goes that long being a hawk. That cousin.
I just don't understand why we should why they expect us to get invested. They don't even they don't even like pick up from their friends shit. Like it's also saying like she like at the end of the last She-Hulk run before that, she like recovered, and they just like he just made up his own new thing. No, none of them really care about each other's runs. Like I understand if it's a bad run and they walk away from it. Like I understand,
Like
for example, the Batman run, not really talking about Tom King's run very much because people didn't like it.
it's really fucking stupid. That's
Because
why.
he's an idiot.
Like
but
I
here's the-
understand that, but like I'm just saying, like if you're gonna have a big run that's supposed to change her character or whatever, and like end with her getting back to normal, why would you not follow through with that? I don't understand. I just don't understand.
like here's the thing. The problem with the She-Hulk run was Jason Aaron basically wanted to write for the Hulk, but the Hulk was quote unquote dead after Civil War II. At this point,
and that was
And,
before Little Hawk came back. So yeah.
yeah,
That happened with
but
that happened with the Titans run, right? I noticed where like the
Mhm.
Titans run were like they had the what's his face the one writer had his run with had like the old school like 60s like Teen Titans, and like you can kind of tell like when he was writing Raven, he had no idea what he was doing with her. He was acting like she was just a psychic. I'm like, no, she's not a psychic. She's an empath, you idiot.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
people like they forgot that she was basically kind of like the emotionally isolated type character back then. But like here's like the thing. The thing was like with She-Hulk was that Jason Aaron. I've said this a million times, but Jason Aaron wanted to write for the Hulk, could do it, so he made She-Hulk into the Hulk and tried to justify it by stating
Yeah.
she didn't like being the actual She-Hulk because she felt like it was basically that like it was demeaning and no one respected her, and like that's how I knew Jason Aaron had never read a She-Hulk book, because anybody who knows She-Hulk knows this. Way
So
would you know? Way
Oh
would
yeah,
you know
people,
this? That
I
that
mean-
She-Hulk is quite possibly one of the most respected and widely loved characters in the entire Marvel universe. She's
Well,
teamed
except-
up with so many. She's teamed up
except
with
she-
so many. What'd you say?
I was gonna just bring a quip to say she slept with Sabretooth. That's gross.
She's
That was
so
a
That was
no,
gross.
that's what it was. That
That's
was
the
a
thing.
joke. That was
Like,
that was a meme. It wa-
She has a very active.
Well, and no, it was
social
like she
life.
didn't actually
Yeah,
do it.
but
She
like-
didn't actually
Tony,
do it.
you lucky
She didn't do
bastard.
it, though.
I think that's
She
pretty
didn't
much
do
my
it,
favorite
though.
thing about her is like if I
Mhm.
existed in the Marvel universe, I would have a chance.
Exactly.
No, I mean,
There's a chance, my boy.
no.
Don't you know
She-Hulk
me?
is
I want
not.
the fuck.
She-Hulk
No,
is
no,
not a
that's-
slut, guys.
Yeah,
She's
that's
not
what
a
No,
I was
slut.
making a joke. I was making a joke that like a
I
rumor
just
got
said
that
I would
bad.
have
I'm
a
just saying,
chance.
I have a goddamn chance. Like if Tony can do it, god damn it, I can do it too.
Because she likes confident guys. She
I'm
did
confident
too.
as shit. Fuck Tony Stark. I'll slap the shit out of that nigga right in front of her.
Yeah, Tony didn't feel
But
good
like-
about it. That's the thing.
Like she
That's the
likes
thing.
she likes strong She's always like strong, confident guys.
Want to see
Even
strong?
when they
I can do strong
when they don't have superpowers.
I'll slap
she
Doom in
date-
front of her. That's how strong I'll be. I'll kill myself.
She
I'll
was
do it.
like her main squeeze was always Hercules. But
God,
like
God, that's not fair.
and then
Shit.
she and
Have
I
a
think she
high-ass
married
standard.
and I think she married Jameson's son at one point.
Yeah, after
Yeah.
that, damn it.
And then she
But-
and then she had the thing with Tony Stark. She had a thing with Hawkeye, I think.
See, that's a character I don't mind when they hook up with a bunch of people, because that's like I feel like that's kind of the joke. She's supposed to be kind of like that, and like it's not like a slut thing, but like she's kind of
He's
she's
a party
active.
gal. He
I
is
hate
a
like when they do
party
that
gal.
when they do a
He's a
storm.
thug.
I hate that when they do the storm.
Ew, no, when they do the storm, I hate it.
when they just throw her with any. I hate it when they just throw her with anybody.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
kind of
saying. Like
thing.
the storm is awful. If it happens with She-Hulk, I'm like,
I mean, but
She-Hulk
again,
got
like,
it.
but again, like, I don't think like Storm is a slut. I
She's
don't
not
think she's a.
it's really just Why Wolverine's dusty ass? What the fuck?
That made
mean,
no
like,
sense. I don't
he
like that
was-
ship at all. I'm gonna be real. I don't like that
do
ship
not
at
like
all.
the Wolverine and Storm ship. To this day, I'm
you
like,
don't,
why?
you don't,
would
you
do
don't, you don't, you don't like it. I
I
mean, like,
can't-
here's
I
a
do not like
Hey,
it.
it's
At one
better
point I
than the
did.
poly bullshit they're doing right now with like.
What?
Yeah, no, like apparently, like I'm pretty sure it's clones of them, but yeah, like
No, not the
Jean,
clone stuff. Ew. No.
Jean, Cyclops, and
What?
Wolverine
Oh,
have
yeah.
a poly
Well,
relationship.
my thing.
oh man.
I would rather.
it.
No, dude. I would literally rather it be. Rather it be Cyclops and Wolverine over them being a couple together. Because fuck Jean, fuck her.
Jean is a thought.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think like a problem. I mean, like, to be fair, like, I would say like Scott was kind of the same way because he literally married a clone of her, and then like the whole Emma Frost situation was also kind of crazy. But the point I'm trying to make is that was because of bad writing on Scott's part.
Yeah.
Like
He's
he,
been
like for
thrown
some
the
reason,
bus.
like for the past 20 years,
Well,
they have continuously been fucking up Scott's character so badly.
what happened was basically it got mandated to kill off Jean because she was too damn powerful, which was correct. She was too damn powerful.
Yeah.
And
You know
then,
she's
like,
powerful
you're
when
like,
she can make a straight man gay.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
But
Powerful
anyways,
indeed.
then they got him, and then like he's like, okay, I'm gonna make this new character named Madeline Pryor. It's like a second chance of getting Jean, pretty much. And they, he's like, okay, they're like married, they have a kid, and stuff like that. It's like, okay, now we need to bring back. Okay, we got to mandate that you need to bring back the original 5 X-Men. For some reason, even though no one gives a shit about those guys. Who gives a shit about those guys?
I mean, Beast was
All
pretty good.
four
I like Beast.
of them are great.
I don't like Iceman that much. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like he's a
All
character
my boy
that no one
Bobby.
can do it.
four of
Feel like
them
my man
are
Bobby with the
great.
dread? Ice cold.
not
I
great.
mean,
I like-
Bobby. Bobby. It kind of sucks now because.
Well, I mean, like, I don't think he was that great then
Oh,
either.
he
I think he was.
sucks
I think
now,
I think
right?
Nightcrawler is the better version of that type of character.
Gumby is nice.
But yeah, I think Nightcrawler is the better version. Like, and then also Johnny Storm is also the better version of that character. I think he nailed that way better before.
Nightcrawler
even
is my
just Angie.
favorite X-Men.
Yeah, I think he's the
Nightcrawler's
better
that
version
dude.
of the comic relief character.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's that great. I just
the
don't
thing
think
is,
the original lineup.
I also
Nightcrawler, he's
love
not
Gambit.
even entirely a
Love
comic
Gambit.
relief character. Like he does.
He's
comic
not really,
relief
but
well,
yeah, I just feel like
but
that's
he
also part of why I think
is like
He's a very
I
neutral
love the
character.
fact
Very
that he's
Nightcrawler
probably one of those
is
prominent
the
Christian characters in
Yeah.
comics.
Nightcrawler is kind of like he's kind of like that one guy. He's kind of like the how do I put this? He's like the Joe Swanson of the X-Men. He's just kind of there. You know, he's a nice guy, and there's nothing wrong with that character.
No,
But at the end of the day, he's just kind of just there.
No, that's not right.
I've always felt that way. I don't hate him, but he's just
No,
kind of
no.
just there.
No.
Wolverine
He keeps-
is the Ron
And
Swanson.
Logan. I need to
Yeah,
help
that's
you.
actually accurate. But I think he Wolverine actually is just kind of he doesn't feel like he actually belongs, and he's still there anyways. That's
Wait,
that's Wolverine.
I said Joe Swanson from Family Guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But
What do you think
I
that's
still
what he said?
kind of disagree because like I think he's like the character that keeps everybody light and happy. You know, like out of the original. Not
Hang
the
on,
original,
I'll be right back.
Out of the
You know,
Uncanny lineup, he's the one that keeps everybody light.
because of comedy
not-
relief in X-Men, I go to my boy Gambit. He's cool.
Yeah,
Funny.
see, I
Gambit
think he's
is
also
like-
better too.
Gambit
I
is
think I-
also one of my favorites.
I
I keep
still have my favorite scene as a kid from the old X-Men comics. Not comic, the show, where it's a Christmas episode. You know, Jean in the kitchen, her white ass, and she could cook something up good. Boy, she better sit her ass down. My man Gambit walked in, you know, how Gambit from the South. My man said, "Whoa, this shit tastes like ass. Let old Gambit spice this up for you. Got some Kanye, got some pepper." She said, I don't think so. He's like, I'm just trying to help. But she's like, the day I let you help is the day I die. And I was like, damn,
Women.
Black
Women.
black. I was like, it's still gonna make your cooking any better. And I was like, damn. Tell him. Gambit knows. Should let this man
Yeah.
cook damn dinner.
That's my main thing. That's what I'm saying. Like when I say like Iceman and like also Angel got kind of like outclassed.
Ooh, Angel, man, I don't know. Yo, Marvel don't know what to do with that boy.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh,
yeah, I feel like
yeah,
they're like, oh, we gotta make him Archangel, like because we don't know what to do with him. And that's the same way like Iceman's always been. Like they're like, we gotta make him an Omega character.
Omega, yeah.
And it's like, what are we gonna do with that dick all?
That is true. Marvel has a problem with just not knowing what to do with some of the characters now. They'll look at the characters and go, "What do we do now?"
That's one of the reasons I'm very excited to be redoing Marvel. On the other hand, I know a lot of people are going to hate what I do with Marvel because I am just using it as an outlet for the weirdest ideas I have as far as like Marvel characters.
Yeah.
David Hayter doing a Burn Extra says can I go and read this on
fuck?
what do you guys think of David Hayter doing a aka Solid Snake? Yes. He also wrote co-wrote X-Men 2 United. But that's the best X-Men movie.
Huh.
Anyways, Tangled and Frozen crossover.
That's undisputed.
I like Tangled more than Frozen.
I mean, they already exist in the same universe.
That's a low bar.
I mean, I don't know if that's like confirmed because like I feel like that was just a Easter egg, but
probably,
it could argue it easily. I wouldn't doubt it. If someone makes a good script for that, I like Tangled more than Frozen.
Yeah.
All the things I'm missing, good vittles, love and kissing.
My came back like
hey Slim, what do you think about a crossover between Tangled and Frozen?
Oh my God, Burning Exeter, no offense, dude, but I've told you a million times, I don't give a damn about Frozen. I don't like Frozen.
That's my vibe.
I don't fucking care about it. I didn't like the first movie, didn't see the second movie. I do not like it. I'm not angry at you, Burning Exeter. I just am tired of people thinking that Frozen was actually a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't think the idea you could use those ideas towards something good, but I'm not really like, oh man, I can't wait to see the next Frozen thing. I don't care.
I don't give a fuck. Sorry, I sorry about that ad. I had another shot of tequila.
Tim Drake. Oh wait. Tim Drake Robin DC movie. I'd be down especially to get like really based off the Chuck Dixon one. But
when Drake rises, let's go, boys.
That'd be cool. But yeah, I just they would also. I feel like you would have to do like you'd have to do like another like New Day for Living or something like that first. Because
hey guys, who do you think should play the question?
The question.
I don't really have much of an opinion on that. Alex Jones.
The question is too specific for me. I need
that will be perfect.
I cannot just cast any white guy.
I kind of want to see like an actor like Sam Worthington take it.
Probably.
I mean, he's all right.
Like I could see him. I could see like, are we?
I only liked him in Clash of the Titans, and I don't even like that version of the movie.
He's a good actor, though. Honestly, my pick is for if Sam Worthington were to play a character in DC, my pick would be Captain Boomerang.
I'm fine with that.
I think Jai Courtney already does a pretty good job.
Oh yeah, no. Like that's for like my version of the DC, where like I'm trying to not have the same actors in the same roles.
Okay. Yeah, I think the only thing I liked Sam Worthington in was Avatar. I guess he was okay in that. He was pretty good. I mean, like he was. I mean, like he just played bland, generic military white guy, but it's just, I mean, like, yeah. I would say, who would be a good? Like, I'm trying to think of who would be a good pick for the question.
It's hard because from the question is such a character with such finesse. He's a character that's just like I really cannot just slap any person onto it. That's something I gotta think about.
Yeah, that's definitely
Like,
like
he's like, because
His
like he's like,
mannerisms are just like wild. Like if I was lazy or something, I'd be like, Kish, Ryan Gosling or some shit. I don't fucking know. Like
no, not Ryan Gosling. I mean, Ryan
No,
Gosling's a good actor.
Ryan Gosling is
I don't
that
think he'd be good for
goddamn
that.
boy, but I would never put him in that
you need
role.
somebody. You know something? I know it's gonna sound crazy,
Ryan Gosling can
but
play.
like the more I think about it, I think like in terms of everything, I almost thought that Benedict Cumberbatch could have done a good job of playing him.
Yeah, I could see it. I think like other people would
Maybe, I don't
do
know. I don't feel
better,
him like that.
but I think he could pull it
Yeah,
off.
yeah, he can pull it off because Benedict. I mean, that man got skills. So, but
I
I don't
mean,
know. As
yeah.
a question,
I was thinking, what about Garrett Hedlund?
Garrett's Hedlund. Let's see what that is.
He like the main thing I know that you might know him from is Tron Legacy.
That
I know
was
he's been like some people
Are they doing a new sequel
wanted
to
him
that?
to play Mark's.
apparently they are.
Yes, they're doing a third one, and it will have Jared Leto in the starting role. And the
Okay,
dude has gotten big.
he was also in this movie that came out not too long ago. Triple Frontier. It's a Netflix movie with like soldiers and stuff.
Oh yeah,
I never
I
finished
forgot
it,
he
and it
was
was
in that.
kind of cool. I gotta finish that one. It had a
Ben
lot of cool
Affleck,
actors in
had
it. Ben
Pedro
Affleck,
Pascal, had
yeah, the
Charlie
guy who played
Hunnam.
Mandalorian, Oscar Isaac from Star Wars. It
Yeah,
had all those dudes in it. You know, that I was like,
dude, it was solid.
I didn't finish. I gotta finish that, but he was.
I
It had a sad end,
I haven't
but
seen it, but I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah,
it was better than I expected it to be.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which honestly,
something
that's
I
kind of a
want.
low bar, but
Well, movies nowadays are not all really
Yeah, because
interesting.
that's
I-
fair.
I'd really like a question movie. That would be awesome.
I
Or at
would
least
I
like a
think-
TV series.
I
Then
can see that.
we can really piss off Alan Moore.
I
What would the question? What'd you say? What'd you say, Wilbert?
Then we can really piss off Alan Moore. Cause like that,
Oh, yeah.
he like cause like the like Rorschach was like his way to like satirize the question. And then everybody thinks the best. Like everybody's like, that's the best character in the Watchmen. Joke's on you.
Yeah, like here's the thing. Like Alan Moore really hates Rorschach, but ironically, he became quite possibly the most next to Dr. Manhattan. He probably became the most iconic character.
Even more so than Dr. Manhattan. Like Dr. Manhattan is next to Rorschach, dude.
Yeah, you know what I meant. You know what I meant. Like the most iconic characters from Watchmen are Rorschach and Dr. Manhattan, and I said that's pretty much that's the only. But basically, like Rorschach is basically, which is why I kind of hate it. And this is something that we can also talk about. Is like they tried to give I think it was like an Emmy towards Watchmen for Best Limited Series, and I laughed my ass off because the show wasn't a limited series. It got canceled. It wasn't a limited series. It got canceled. Because it was the
modern comic way.
The Watchmen show that tried to be like that tried to basically take Watchmen to the deep south and like talk about race and stuff. It was so negatively received and got so poor ratings that it ended up being canceled. But then they tried to put it up for an Emmy and try to give it an award for best limited series, and I'm like, no, the show ended on a cliffhanger, and you literally set up things for season 2. It's just that the show was so poorly received that it ended up getting canceled. It was not a limited series. It wasn't a limited series. You guys just fucked up. What do you expect?
I don't know, man.
You can't take the L.
I think they did a good job of adapting Hanson Squidward. They really did a good job.
Oh my god! I saw Easton Nicholas our reaction to it, and he said, "Look at his lips." He just fucking. Oh my god! I was, and then he gave all of her power, and then he gave all of her power to the girl, to the woman at the end of the season. I'm like, why? And it's like,
What?
basically said, I'm not kidding. That's what he does.
Oh my god. We're supposed to treat that
Yeah.
as canon. Get fucked.
Oh yeah, and then they tried to, and like Alan Moore already hates it. He even openly admitted, like, this is Alan.
He hated it before it came out. He hated it before.
Even
He hates
before it came out,
anything
Alan.
that he didn't make from Watchmen, which is valid.
Yeah, no, it's
Ironic,
retarded.
ironic,
I don't think they should have done that. They shouldn't do
ironically
anything with
enough, the only time he actually liked a good adaptation was literally for The Man Who Has Everything, and the Justice League cartoon show. It was literally the only time where Alan Moore allowed his name to actually be on an adaptation of his work. That is, you know how
Valid.
like that has
It's valid.
never happened before. That has never happened before. He's never done that before, and he's openly admitted that that's the one adaptation of his work he actually genuinely likes, because they actually got down as to what the entire, like, they actually understood his work and actually adapted it well. So the only thing that got it, the only time somebody got Alan Moore's approval was literally the cartoon adaptation.
Wow.
Which says a lot. Which says a lot about the cartoon adaptations that basically Warner Brothers completely ignores, because
Yeah.
you think that you'd still bring back Bruce Timm and Paul Dini to at least do some of the work. I know you don't have Dwayne McDuffie anymore, but still,
Man,
you could.
I want an adaptation of like a Bruce Timm adaptation of the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. That would be so good. That comic was great.
Yeah.
That's like the main time I'd be like, that's what Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy should be, because they were actually like foils for each other in that.
Not to just gay.
But then
They just support each other. That's not a problem with them nowadays. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't understand why I should really care.
now because they're awkward. Wayward. It's because they're awkward, silly lesbians now. They're not actually
lesbians. Yay.
Yeah, they're awkward, silly lesbians. Yay! I heard that's like the main reason like people didn't like the second season of Harley Quinn, because they kind of went off the deep end with that idea.
I didn't like first season. I watched a couple episodes. I was like, oh, I'm gonna pass.
I was someone who liked the first season, because I thought they did some pretty good episodes here and there that like actually focus on Harley Quinn's like mental psyche and her trying her best to separate herself from the Joker and whatnot, but still not being all super good a guy. Like, yeah, now I'm in Justice League all of a sudden, like that kind of shit. But when season 2 dropped,
Tom King. Sorry.
When season 2 dropped, the problems became clear. Like even early episodes, where it's just like it wasn't even the shipping thing either. It wasn't even that. That's not even. There's worse issues in season 2 than that. Like, the story just got really dumb. They went full cartoonishly, like compared to season 1, like to the point where she somehow got an army from Darkseid and did all that just because she was feeling sad that Ivy rejected her, and she killed people of Gotham with parademons, and I was like, what the fuck?
All right, I'm gonna have to hop out. I have a game in like 5 minutes.
All right, man.
So
No problem, man.
good talking to y'all, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was great talking,
no problem, Gubby. You're fun. Don't bring any more food back ever.
I guarantee you I will. I'll just try to be better about muting myself.
No more crunchy crunch.
No more crunchy crunch.
This is not a mukbang channel, damn it.
It could be.
This is ASMR.
All right, talk to you guys later.
Talk to you guys later. See you go.
Yeah, I just like I like the dynamic she had with like she actually I think it's better than the comic. I'll say. I will say the comic had some decent issues every now and then, but I think they did a better job of like figuring out the good role for her. But I just thought like a lot of the humor just
Yeah.
didn't land for me. That was my main problem with the show.
She really needs to stop
Like,
trying to be Deadpool.
It was trying too hard to be like. It'd be like, oh, here's some violence. I'm like, oh yeah, you did that 3 times already. Just lots of violence. Oh, there's a big pool of blood. Great.
I think like the reason I kind of liked some of the episodes that I saw was that it reminded me of Venture Brothers, and when I watch Venture Brothers,
I can
I
see that.
usually just I usually just like a handful of episodes because I'm not a big Venture Brothers fan. I just watch it. I could just pop it on and watch it, and there are some decent jokes, some decent writing throughout it that I like. But like when they try to like layer on the story part of it and like try to get you invested in the main characters when they're quite possibly the most boring part of it, I'm thinking, yeah, that's kind of where it falls flat. No, like I'm like, this is where this isn't just indicative to like Harley Quinn show. It's like the same problem with Venture Brothers, you know.
Oh, I was most like I realized eventually, like I was like, man, I was really just here for Brock Sampson's, man. Because like once he stopped being the main career, I was like, oh, I don't really care as much anymore. I like Brock Sampson. I just want to see him murder somebody.
And like
Which
how
is
he and
kinda
like how he
hypocritical.
and like how he's kind of like and kind of like how he's like the only
Straight guy.
man with any common sense. He's a straight man throughout
Yeah.
a lot of the
Well,
nonsense.
he was a straight man, but he was like also just all about the murder. Yeah, I think it had a good dynamic. I think he bounced, and then they had Captain Pedophile after that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that dude. I did not like the general hatred. I was like, does he need to be a main character? I'm fine with him being a character, but does he need a main character?
I mean, he was that's what I'm talking about. Like sometimes the show with Venture Brothers, it kind of overstepped its boundaries
It
of
did.
what
It did.
what people wanted, and I'm like, some of this stuff is just like really unnecessary. Like it's just unnecessary.
Yeah, like I understood like maybe have like a half a season without Brock. I understand, like they did that, and then they kind of just kept going. Like Brock would be a side character from that point on. I was like, oh, why? Brock was great.
And like then they had like all these other things like with Venture's dad and all that shit, and I'm like, okay, this is fine. It's just not that interesting because they don't take it that seriously.
They really don't. Yeah, like every time they never, because like the character couldn't, like, you can't, like, you bring up like Venture, like Dr. Venture's like daddy issues. You couldn't move past that, because if you move past that, then it's not the show about failure anymore. Because he's even got it. I've listened to interviews with him, and he talked about like it's a show about failure. So like if he moves on to like if Hank moves on and becomes like actually a good action guy or whatever, and then like if the other brother Dean became like actually sufficient, then it won't be that anymore. So they couldn't do that. So I think it was way better when they just like really just committed to the bit of Dr. Venture has a scheme. Two boys are trying to get into like Hardy Boys Adventures, but it's actually a serious situation, and Brock's over here just like, what do you guys?
Everybody, everybody in the end.
But they should have just stuck to that bit.
Yeah, I think that that's something that
Oh no. The water went down the wrong pipe.
Oh no.
Man,
what do you guys think of Byron Howard's director of Bolt? Bolt sucked. Tangle is pretty good. I
don't care about Bolt. Yeah.
I like Zootopia a lot, and he's gonna be doing Transformers. That could be good. I don't know. It really depends because there's such here's always the thing with these like movies though, is if it's like a big studio like this and it's like a big property like that, I'm always worried about studio interference. That's my main thing.
Yeah. Studio
interference. Because like you can tell me you're gonna get Evil Dead guy, Raimi to do a Marvel movie, and I'm like, oh, neat, but it's also gonna be a Marvel movie where they're gonna make him do the bullshit like boring lighting.
Well,
and,
they said it was going to be they said it was going to be like a horror based Doctor Strange movie where he goes throughout the multiverse, and I thought that seems right, straight up Sam Raimi's alley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I agree. I just also don't. I'm not gonna believe it until I see a trailer. That's my thing. Because I don't believe Disney is gonna allow them to be him. Actually, you can't have creativity here. This is not creativity zone.
I mean, like they already gave. I think they gave him like complete. Like it's kind of like what they did with the Wizard of Oz movie. He directed for Disney. Yeah, like they tried. They had to make. He had to like do certain stuff. And I think if you just gave Sam Raimi a Wizard of Oz movie, it could be a lot like Return to Oz, where it's just fucked up and weird and creepy, and like that would be so fucking awesome if it was like a Return to Oz style movie with Sam Raimi. That'd be fucking awesome.
I never saw that, so I can't comment.
It's like the sequel to to the Wizard of Oz, the original one.
Oh yeah, I get that. There's actually like 9 books in that series.
Yeah, and Dorothy goes to an asylum and all this other stuff, and like she comes back and like there's floating decapitated heads and monsters and shit. It's really fucking dark and fucked up, and it's pretty awesome too. Oh man. Sorry, my head.
That one out. So I gotta check that one out.
That's the best. That was the best sales pitch that I've ever seen for that movie. But to be fair, I haven't seen too many sales pitches for that because, like, I swear I don't remember seeing a commercial for that at all.
Like, when you say commercial, like, what do you mean, like,
I don't think I saw a commercial for with like Return to Oz or whatever. I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
it's a pretty old movie. I think it was made in like the 90s.
Really? Was it?
I think so. Let me look.
Wasn't it like a Return to? Okay, maybe I'm thinking of different things. It's like a Return to Oz back in like 2014-ish.
Oof, ow. Return to
like
Oz.
No. I think that was the Sam Raimi movie where it was a prequel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll believe you there.
Wait, do you mean
Oz?
Yeah. Great and Powerful?
Yeah, Return. No.
Okay, that's what I'm confused.
Yeah, like Return to Oz, like the movie I'm talking about. That was made in like 1985.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm tripping then because I never heard that. Never mind.
Yeah, I think the same Raimi one you're talking about is Oz, the Great and Powerful, which was.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, that was the Raimi movie.
Was that James Franco?
Yeah, James Franco was Oz in that movie.
It was about Oz. Okay, yeah. You know what? I seen this movie, but I completely forgot about it. Yeah, okay. This is not one of them.
It was the one with what's her face? Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
Played the Wicked Witch, and it was just so fucking stupid. When she looked like the Wicked Witch in the end, it looked so bad. I was like, "What the fuck were they thinking?"
Like speaking of actors, I was watching. Like ever since I uncovered gold in my boy's house, that 80 what was it, the 100 great cartoon collection I found in his house with like the old Superman Flasher cartoons in it too. Yeah. I was rewatching like Superman movies and stuff, like the Christopher Reeves ones, and I was like, it's been a minute since I've watched those. So I'm like watching them and stuff, and I realized when I was watching it, Superman 3. Where he goes back to Smallville, I saw Lana Lane, and I was like, the actress, she looks so familiar. And then I realized she also played Mama Kent in Smallville, and I was like, whoa.
Oh wow, they went full circle there.
Yeah, she's like, I'm looking at her, I was like, she looks familiar, and like,
Did you know that
what the hell?
Did you know that the person who played Flash in the Justice League cartoon also played Lex on the Smallville?
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah,
that's him.
Yeah.
He was actually absent. In Justice League Unlimited, he was actually absent a lot in Justice League Unlimited in the first season because he was working on Smallville at the time.
Oh.
So that's probably why they made it like less focus. That's probably why they made it less focus on like the 8 and more focus on like the other characters then.
Wow.
Can I
really don't know that.
just bring up something real quick?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The Justice League animated series is quite possibly the best incarnation of the Justice League.
Oh,
Finger
easily.
looking good. Finger looking good.
Oh
I
my
think that's the
God.
only time I really cared about him because I really don't like. I've mentioned this before, but I like the Avengers more like as a team than I do separate, and then I like the Justice League more as a
Yes.
as
The
a
only
separate.
Avenger characters I truly like, care, and love about them outside of them being a team is Hawk, because I always found it the most interesting as a kid. I just loved everything about the Hawk. And Thor, I guess. Even though I didn't really read a lot of Thor growing up, I just like Thor is a damn god. And I think that's it.
Would it be surprised you if
My-
I said I mostly read it for the Wasp?
I mean, Wasp is she's the best though. So she that girl.
Wayward is a Wasp simp. He is a Wasp.
I know that for a
Exactly.
fact.
Proud.
He proud Watson does. We all had that one character. I mean, I know y'all too. You got Velma.
Oh,
You
good.
got
Yes.
Wasp.
Mwah.
I keep
Yeah,
mine
I got.
a secret. No one will ever find out.
I will find Bags. Bags. I
I'll never
now have
catch
a
you
mission,
slipping on
and I
me.
will and I will figure out
Y'all
who you are simpering for.
will never catch me horny on me. I haven't slipped up yet.
He's come close. Don't
Oh,
don't be
shit.
so arrogant. You've come close.
Close, but no cigar. You can't name one time.
Wayward once denied himself. Now he's just embraced it.
No,
That-
I used to be try to be like a good boy on Twitter. I don't give a shit anymore. This is
Nah,
the best.
we know
This is the
good
best
boys here.
content in there.
We know good boys. I simp proudly. Wear it with a badge of honor.
But
Like-
anyways, I just found speaking of Twitter, I found a picture of Starfire from the cartoon version and Armika's outfit from Street Fighter. It's yes, just perfect.
Okay, just DM me that for research.
Yes, only that reason.
Same. Just yeah, send that for.
Did you guys see my my Chitara redesign?
You did
I
Chitara
like
already?
it. Yeah.
Let me go peep real quick. Making my way. As you know, my notifications have been blown up with a bunch of other bullshit.
I kind of prefer with long hair, I'll just say, but like I still like the overall idea where she looks fierce.
Oh, you didn't make her blonde, Slim?
Or no, long hair.
Oh, long. Okay, I think it's blonde.
Yeah, she's got short hair.
It's just a sketch right now. I haven't completely done the thing.
Let me see. Damn, I can't find it.
just go to my main thing and look through my media because I haven't drawn a whole bunch. So
I
it's
keep
probably
forgetting media
like
is like the fastest tab to just go places. Let me see.
and like yeah. I
Ooh, the tweets. Delicious. I see the ramens. Oh, yeah, I had my first panini today. That was actually pretty goddamn good.
Hell yeah.
I was like, damn, paninis are kind of fire. Oh, I found Tigra. Okay, hold on. This is pretty fire. I like this. The claw and the shoulder thing. Okay, the shoulder thing's a real nice one. Ooh,
Yeah, I'm a sucker for shoulder pads. Gonna be
yes,
real.
yeah, like he's the last of the Tiger Clan of like fucking loyal to the fucking to the Thunderian throne and shit, and like that mask is
There
the
she
last of the
is.
society.
My God. Ooh.
Man, I really like that. That was a cool when they made the whole thing about the tiger. You know, the whole he was technically like a prince on his own. In the in 2011, I said the new series.
You know,
I don't say the new series, but I was like, oh wait a second, it's not the new series anymore. There's another one. I genuinely forget about the new one.
Are you planning to do a Panthro soon?
What'd you say?
Are you planning to do a Panthro soon? Panthro.
Yeah.
I got like this idea where he's like this fucking monk, so he's gonna have like a beard and gonna be like super. Yeah, I'm planning that too. Like I'm doing that. I'm also doing this this really cool TMNT thing that I'm doing too.
Okay.
Dude,
So like,
and how cool would be a Thundercats like crossover of TMNT?
That'd be dope. TMT can
that'd be dope.
Oh,
No.
God.
You know what would be dope? Like the best crossover ever?
What's that?
TMNT meets fucking Hellboy meets the
Bro.
fucking Gargoyles.
Bro. What a trio of crossovers that I could
Oh
see
my
happening
God.
only one fair night. Gargoyles is doing their own thing. I can see the misunderstanding of the meeting, and then them just like, we got to go stop the real issue here. Probably Shredder being a fuckboy as usual, working with some demons on some nonsense, working with some evil guys.
Xanatos, like we can make. He got immortality. Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Right, like, that's all you need to.
Yeah.
Here's hell yeah.
Here's how it would go. It would be Shredder teaming up with the cultist to like make him like make him a demon Shredder.
Yep.
But it turns out after the Gargoyles and Hellboy and the Turtles take him down, right? It's revealed that Xanatos set up the entire thing in order to get control of the Foot Clan.
My nigga, yes.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, I like that.
Oh man.
Have you guys ever read the Batman TMNT crossover?
I read the first one. I read I read the comic and then watched the movie right after that.
Okay, hold on a second, guys. Don't talk about the fucking movie because I got to do something real quick, and I'll come back and we'll talk about it. Just give me 1 second.
I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the books.
I did like it a lot. I need to read the other ones. I still actually have here's what I did. I bought the first 2 issues of the second series, thinking that those would be the only ones that'd be rare later on because I still hadn't read the first one yet.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, all those issues of that series are rare. They're not super rare, but you got to pay $6-7 an issue minimum.
Probably just gotta go pick up a trade if you want to just get the full collection.
Oh yeah, that's what I had to do with the Thunder.
Hold on.
All the ones about all the ones with that artist, those crossover specials with him.
Yeah.
Just they instantly go rare. So
Mike. I think that's his name. I like his art.
Yeah, he's a guy. With God, what's his name? I can't.
I had the He-Man and Injustice one he did, and I was like,
oh yeah, I like that one a lot. Actually, I think that's my favorite one. That's one of my favorite ones of those.
I love that so much. Yeah, just seeing He-Man get the power of Shazam, I was like, yo, that's
that was
damn amazing. This suit is too damn good. Hold on.
He drew his the way he drew Starfire's hair, where it's all bubbly, bubbly lava.
In general, I was like, yeah, this is A1.
Oh, that's good. And also, I'm glad there were some things that's not really consistent with the game, where Damian learned the errors of the way and became Batman. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that because I'm so tired. I'm so tired of seeing Damian be evil. I hate it.
Yes,
I love that character.
Smug asked, "Do you guys see Barbara Gordon game with Luke Fox?"
I didn't get that. That felt
chocolate.
I would put that in the same territory as Storm, where they don't know what to do with her, so they just hook her up with people.
I don't even know who I will hook up with Luke Fox.
I'm gonna say a take.
Actors.
Speaking of characters, I don't think should be I don't think he should have been associated with Batman. I think he should have been his own character.
His own character, right? Because Batman
just make him be the DC Iron Man. That's all he should have been.
They could have done that. Yeah, they really could have done that on their own.
And he had a cool setting where he was in the original comic where he was in, or the Batwing comics. I was like, oh, Africa setting, sick.
Yeah, you go
let's
for it.
Go.
Right? I was like,
every time he had to answer to Batman, I'm like, man, why are you doing this?
And Luke's a grown ass man to answer to this.
Exactly.
He makes his own stuff.
It's okay when I'm okay with Signal answering to Batman. He's a little
he's younger. Kid. He's a kid, yeah. It's why I wish they did way more with Luke Fox than what we got in total. Because now I'm just like, would I even ship him with anyone? He barely interacts with the DC universe. He's just there.
Yeah, he really is. I think they had a good idea for a character. They should have just not made him Batman related. I kind of think the same thing about Kate Kane.
Yeah.
I don't think she should have been direct. I'm fine with her being Batman's cousin or whatever, but I think she should have made her own brand.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I also think Cassandra Cain should have been Batwoman.
I miss Cassandra Cain.
I miss her being like I don't like I hate the Orphan title. I'm fine with her getting her own title besides Batgirl, but like Orphan sucks. It's actually like the antithesis of like her identity where she was like her whole run was about her become like learning who her true family is.
Cain. No one's gonna guess a last name. I fuck it. Like
yeah, but it's like she took her dad's title of Orphan.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's awful. Like I like some of the stuff they did with her. I passed it, but even then, it felt kind of like a retread.
It's why I don't like what happened to her in Birds of Prey. Like, how dare you?
That was the worst. I like what I'm talking about, like New 52, who doesn't even compare to that.
Oh,
they just
my weakness.
I was so mad. Like I was like I was like I went from I'm gonna see this movie just because she's in it to
Oof. And then you said, "Who's this Asian girl in the trailer? Who's fat, chubby, and clumsy?" Yeah. Wait a minute. It's like, wait a minute. Oh no, you bastards!
Like the real Cassandra Cain could have killed that entire team.
Could have killed. She could have sold the whole movie. Yeah, everyone in that movie would have been killed. So it would have been game over. Clip.
All right. I'm back.
Okay. But yeah, I actually Go back to the Batman Turtles crossover. I think the movie was a better adaptation of it. Like I think the comic was kind of a little bit too slow paced, and the movie fixed a lot of the problems with the plot.
That's true.
The only thing about the only thing I didn't like about the movie was like that one scene where they had to remind you that this is still technically a Nickelodeon movie. And it's like, Raphael's like, Batman, you don't have to do this alone. I know what it's like. And I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking.
I will say the movie had a better like reason for why they need to unify. I mean the comic had a better reason, like where he's like,
the comic
hey, this is like I really want to help you. I really do.
Yeah.
Believe me, my whole thing is I gotta help you.
I also think because of all the stakes were higher in the comic, because with the whole Bane thing, like when Bane took the mutagen with the Venom and he took over New York, I was like, damn, that's terrifying. Actually, Bane, he had never seen Bane so monstrous. I was like, oh my god.
I mean, the guy's already a brute already, for God's sake. But
he was literally King Kong himself onto the Statue of Liberty. I was like, that's terrifying. I'd be like, holy shit, what do we do now, boys? And then Donnie took the mutagen himself to fight back, and I was like, Donnie, no. And the Venom, he took the Venom. I was like, Donnie, stop, no, don't do it. You're my boy. I love you. I do like the movie and how they were able to pack a lot of the story a bit shorter.
Yeah, I feel like the animal transformation had more of a reason too.
That felt more like in line with like the '80s version of the Turtles, where it was like, just any animal.
Yeah, because
I was
like, I guess the Joker, a snake. I mean,
that makes sense to me.
But, I don't know.
Like Poison Ivy turning into a hyena made sense too.
Oh yeah, that's weird thing. Like they changed some of the animals they changed into because
what I didn't get was why did they turn Bane into a tiger?
Yeah, I thought like if it was
a bear,
I kind of say, well, okay, I'm going to defend that choice because that's more like in line with Lucha Libre.
Yeah,
which doesn't make sense too much, because he's not actually from Mexico. He's from basically knockoff Spain, but
Yeah, but I was like, isn't like his whole motif like a bear? Doesn't he have like a bear like? Isn't like the whole bear thing kind of like his motif if he had one?
If Bronze Tiger was in the movie, that would have made sense. Like that's a Batman villain who, like, Tiger is his theme, is his whole thing, and he's a martial artist and he fights and stuff like that.
Bronze Tiger got trampled when Tom King rode him in Grayson.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I was gonna ask you guys because I was saying so I don't know, so that means you guys didn't see the last book they did for the crossover.
I
where
haven't. Yeah, I
they
haven't collected. I have it
where they
in my closet over there.
it was a fusion of the worlds, right?
Oh, really?
And it was kind of cool actually, because you got like Batman is still Batman, but like his origin was that first of all, instead of his parents getting shot, they were hit by a goddamn truck. like mercifully, and while he was carrying his 4 pet turtles, he stumbled into the sewers, fell on a mutagen touched his turtles and the rat, and that rat raised him along with the turtles. And
Sounds
now
kind of
like,
fun.
What?
I did see some art where like he kind of raised them, like in like they all had the Robin costumes, where
Yeah.
Raphael had the Red Robin costume, and
yeah, 'cause I'm summarizing it to my best ability. Sorry, like, I didn't read it fully. I just skimmed it because I read one chapter. I was like, damn, let me just skim the rest because
Yeah,
pretty
this sounds
And
really fucking stupid.
it
it
is
sounds
stupid,
stupid, but
and
I'm
by
also
the end of the
I'm also
finale,
entertained.
you're
I seem
fighting
like I can be entertained by that.
Krang Anti-Monitor versus two turtle teams, 2 Batmans, the Splinter and the Shredder united.
Oh, that
It was
sounds kind of lit though.
it was freaking nuts and silly and out of this world. Casey Jones was a cop in this universe, in this messed up universe. But the moment April O'Neil gave him his bag of weapons, he just woke up and just started fighting back. I was like, he's drawn swole too. I was like, yeah, swole Casey for the win. And it was crazy. It was sad moments too, where Batman's getting his memory back and he's like, damn, because I think if I remember correctly, I think the mixed universe split apart. So it's like he's like, damn, this rat dad was kind of like the nigga who took care of me after I lost my parents and whatnot like that. And it's a bunch of weird. It's weird as fuck, but I like the way it was and then how it ended because it was just wild. Like the classic turtles, like the original gritty comic version. Those guys,
The Frank Miller parodies.
yes, those guys got involved. But and the reason it's 2 Batman is because they have their own Batman they've met, and their Batman eventually came to help too. So it was like, yo, there's 2 Batmans. All the Robins pulled up. Batgirl pulled up. The Turtles there's 2 teams of turtles now. And I was like, yo, this is getting intense.
This is giving me a headache.
Yeah, it sounds bad, but also awesome.
Bad but awesome. Say. It didn't need to make sense because I was just sitting here reading this shit like this is the dumbest shit I've ever read in my life, but it's so goddamn awesome. Like, Bebop and Rocksteady were was it part one of them was Clayface. Rocksteady was part Clayface, and Bebop was
Okay. My main question right now is, can we get a okay? That's what we need to beat 'em up of. We need the Batman and TMT like
so down
mixed
for it.
universe. I would play the shit out of that.
Oh, Karai was Harley. I wish the design was a bit better,
that'd be dope.
but kind of cool still. It was kind of cool that she was Karai as well. Joker was, half Shredder, and they called it the Laughing Clan instead of the Foot Clan, which I thought was kind of cool because they all had like smiling mask on them, and they were still like ninjas and stuff. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool actually.
I kind of wish they would have done a different character for that, but I understand.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I get it. It makes sense, I guess. And
better than Batman Ninja. Jesus Christ.
I still haven't seen that. Like even my friend doesn't really do comics and shit, but it's just like, yeah, it's bad. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna watch it.
Hey, Back, did you see Batman Ninja?
I saw some of it. I couldn't finish it. I was disgusted.
Oh God!
Like, here's the thing. This, I actually sat through the whole thing. It is legitimately one of the worst Batman movies ever made.
I don't like it. I deadass don't like it. I was like, nah, this ain't for me.
I would rather watch Batman and Robin.
Ooh, damn.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, there's a part of me that unironically likes it. There's a part of me that ironically likes it, and there's a part of me that unironically likes Batman.
Oh, wait.
And that's fine. But there's parts of.
I think you said
there are parts of Batman Ninja that I really wanted to like. But here's the thing: the animation really doesn't work. I think there are parts of it where it's done like in traditional animation, and it looks like Shinichiro Watanabe, right? Like his kind of stuff, right? Like Samurai Champloo and Cowboy Bebop type stuff, right? And I'm like, why didn't you animate this like the entire movie? But no, you have this weird 3D animation that really doesn't fit. And then then they have the Joker, and he is so fucking annoying in this movie. How do you fuck up the Joker? And the worst part is like the Joker even being there doesn't even make any sense. There's like basically like an ancient Japanese version of every character, right? Like Deathstroke, Poison Ivy, Penguin, Bane, Red Hood, um Red Robin, and Nightwing, and Damien, and nothing makes sense, and it's so fucking stupid, and it ends with the mechs fighting a
Yes,
giant
so
colossal
I was
hunk
out.
of monkeys, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? None of this makes sense. Because at first I was kind of excited because I thought, like they even had first they had Gorilla Grodd as the
Yeah.
villain. I was like, yeah, man, give me fucking Grodd, because Grodd's a fucking underrated fucking villain. First of all, like you have fucking Gorilla Grodd in the movie. I was like, holy shit, okay, we're getting serious. But then like they just go to the past and like everything's there, like everybody's there, but nobody knows nobody. But some people act like they belong in that time period, and some people don't, and it doesn't make any goddamn sense. And like you see, like I said, you see Dick Grayson there and stuff like that, and like how did they get there if they weren't in the time portal? And nothing about it makes any goddamn sense.
I don't know, man. It was dumb. It was dumb.
It was stupid.
All I could say was some nice designs there, bro, and that's it.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
designs.
Hey, the designs are nice, and
They want to make some like McFarlane figures of like the like Batman and shit. That'd be cool.
I'll buy those. I won't lie, those will look pretty nice. But like I said, I'm cool with dumb and zany, but I still need the dumb to at least be even cooler, because in that time period, it was just too dumb for me. I was like, nah, this is dumb. At least with the comic, I'm like, yeah, there's multiverse shenanigans going on, so that's why there are 2 turtle teams, and all this other bullshit going on. 2 goddamn Batmans. Yeah.
Yeah,
Other than that,
if you,
like, why
if
are
you-
you back in time? It was weird. Batman Ninja.
after watching everything, I come to the realization, after seeing Gotham High, after seeing after seeing Batman Ninja, if you want a good Asian Batman, just watch the Batman of Shanghai shorts.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
There's also there's a
Great.
Bat manga too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I actually
Yeah,
saw that in
yeah.
my comic shop not too long ago. Oh, you know what? That's one thing I wanted to ask you guys actually beforehand too. What do you guys think about the Spider-Man Spider-Man PS5 thing they did with Peter's face?
Oh, that
That
was bad.
I'm laughing at it, man. It's all I can really do. I don't have a PS4. I'm not gonna buy a PS5. I'm just here
Yeah.
to laugh.
I'm not buying PS5 either, but it just had me, man. Like
not for
I saw the
$700 fucking dollars. I'm not.
for real. Like I'm saving $70
Like,
a game nowadays. No. I gotta wait now.
and not to mention the game probably gonna be like another $80. I'm like 80. Fuck that.
Yeah, because
Hey, man, they fixed the
Miles
game, man. It was really needing fixing.
The Miles game with the original Spider-Man game is gonna be like I think 80 or 90. And
God,
I'm
it's
like,
gonna look so weird. He's a little baby boy. He's a little baby boy.
He looks soft. He looks so soft. He doesn't look like a 23-year-old man. He doesn't look like a big boy. He looks like a baby boy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
He
like
can't buy
that's the
liquor.
thing.
I don't believe he can.
He's supposed to like that's what I didn't like about it the most, especially when it comes to like the voice too. Because the entire point is like Peter's supposed to be like this tired 20-something depressed guy. Now he looks like a 15-year-old fresh-faced high school student.
Yeah.
No, listen, why are they trying to make Peter Parker this
Young,
kid?
life.
He's not even
He's
like
not.
okay. I would kind of get it if they actually got the rights to Tom Holland's face.
Yeah, right, like
that.
they clearly wanted to make. They clearly wanted Tom Holland. They clearly wanted Tom Holland.
Yeah, like they
I would
really
kind of
want
get it. I would kind of get it that way though. because like at least they like, hey, we got the Tom Holland, we got Tom Holland to record some things. I kind of get it from
Tom
that.
Holland fans, look who we got.
But he's not
And
even
then
Tom
it's like-
Holland. It's like that in the Avengers game where they got that like they got the not RDJ.
not Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they got. They got the not. They got the not Tom Holland.
The only person who looks better in the Avengers game is Hulk, and that's because he's not Mark Ruffalo.
Facts.
And it's funny because like I remember saw one joke where they're like, damn, like they're looking at the new Spider-Man face, and they're like, yo, Black Cat let this child skeet in her, and I was crying. I was like, yo,
Yeah, like
wow for that, because like he looks like a baby boy. Black Cat, there was no way. There was just no way you let him rock with that face.
Oh god, that's what I'm imagining. Like, how is the Mary Jane scenes on? Where like if like there's like a scene where like they're like supposed to be romantic. I'm like, I don't believe this kid's never seen a pussy. I don't believe it.
No, that kid is not. I'll admit that kid hasn't even jacked off yet. He hasn't even started jacking off.
Oh
yet.
yeah, he thought about it. He was too scared. He thought about it. He was too scared though. He couldn't do it. He couldn't commit.
He's like all happy and stuff. He's like the way he's looking at I still think the original faces in the original game are ugly. Like I think.
Oh yeah,
they're bad, but this is worse.
Even his is kind of ugly. I'll say like he felt like if they got like not like a TV, they got a TV actor. That's what it feels like. It feels like they got a TV actor to play all the characters.
Like a man.
Exactly. He looks like a little fresh baby boy. I don't believe he's ever. He couldn't even buy cigarettes. He couldn't do it. He doesn't have a driver's license. He couldn't drive a car.
You know what's the worst part about it?
Can you imagine like the new scenes where it's supposed to be like really breathing heavy and like fighting and like desperate, and like now it's gonna look so awkward because he's that fresh faced little, and usually that would be more powerful in a situation like that, but I can't really see them doing it justice because the original guy who did the face,
right?
He just committed. Whether you think it looked good or not, he did commit to it. He didn't really commit to it.
So it's
gonna be hard to kind of,
I can't imagine that scene with that face where he's talking to Doc Ock and he's like, you were the one I looked up to, all that other stuff. That scene going on. I don't know how they're gonna do that.
Or the Aunt May scene where he's like really desperate, like. He's about on the verge of tears and shit. I'm like, that kid is not going to be able to pull that off.
You know what's funny? I looked up the face actor, the new one they got. Man, he doesn't look that game cat don't look nothing like the boy.
That happens a lot with these guys. Like that the girl that was supposed to be Abby in Last of Us. Not to go back. I'm not trying to go back to that, but
with her, I heard it was weird because they took another girl's face and put it on another woman's body, and I'm like,
Smug said this. Smug said this on another stream, and I bursted out laughing. He said, if she looks like Greta Thunberg's head on Norman Reedus' body.
It's true.
Yes.
Oh my god, I burst out fucking laughing.
It's like why would you do that? Because with the Spider-Man, I look at the guy, the new guy, the real life guy, he could pass as a Peter Parker. Face-wise, body-wise, he could pass as a Peter Parker. So I don't know how in transition he ended up looking like Tom Holland.
Because they wanted Tom Holland. They got the closest guy who could kind of look like Tom Holland, and they made him Tom Holland.
I'm looking at. I was on my analyst shit. I was like, yo, let me compare face features by the inch, by the centimeter, and I was like, yo, there's a lot of things off here. Y'all done skewed my boy face features on purpose. Like this man's eyes aren't this close. They're not this far apart. His nose isn't like this. Why you guys do this? Just say you wanted Tom Holland and go, god damn it.
And speaking of the Last of Us models, you hear about that controversy with Dina's model?
Wow,
played Dina.
Her titty smaller.
Yeah, they actually, like she said she was supposed to be the face model for her, and people asked why was she the face model, and then they looked at Dina's character, and her chest was noticeably smaller, and then they look at the actual actress, and
That's funny.
Vavoom! God damn, she has like we put it this way, they're too big not to notice.
Yeah.
Like if
Nice.
you try to look at her and talk to her, she would know that you're looking. She would anticipate staring. Basically, you cannot
Nice.
ignore how decently sized they were.
Yes. Lord knows.
They were
Like, well, maybe there is some value to this game here.
That's really weird though. Like, did you ever know that the actress that did the redhead on the Jurassic World? They actually
yeah.
That's another cute person I step on a lot. Anyways, she has a big old ass.
You talking about Ron Howard's daughter?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Opie's daughter. Thank you.
Yeah,
Anyways, she has a big old ass.
Yeah, she does.
And
she's
but they
fucking hot,
actually
dude.
they edited it down for like all the posters and stuff.
Yeah, boy.
And I'm like, what? That's defacing Mona Lisa. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's a straight dude. I'm not even gonna lie. She's a straight up pog.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's a straight up pog. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she was in Spider-Man 3. I sometimes forget she was Gwen Stacy. I was like, man, I keep remembering little by little. I was like, boy, you used to be Gwen Stacy. You were cute in that role too. Goddamn.
She wasn't that. Yeah, she was at the end. She was like at the end. They said about a lot of things in Amazing Spider-Man 2 that didn't pay off.
Not Amazing Spider-Man. She was in Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3. She played Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
Fuck! You're right. Man, I haven't seen that since like it came out.
Yeah, I got that. I recently bought the collection, which is it's a very nice collection. Like the whole case book that has like interview quips and stuff like that.
I want that.
Spider-Man 1.
Spider-Man 3 is overhated, honestly.
Yes, it is.
It is kind of in the grand scheme of things. I think it's not that bad.
Like, yes, I will say things could have been better. Oh, things could have been better if Sony had stuck their little noses out of Raimi's goddamn business. But
yeah, because Raimi was finally gonna do the lizard in that movie.
I think Sandman could have carried. Sandman could have carried.
And Harry would have carried because I know those two were definitely on the schedule, in the script, done and all until Sony said, "Yo, where's Venom?" Like they came up like, you can't forget the Venom, bro.
And I heard this recently that Sam Raimi isn't a modern Spider-Man fan, so he doesn't really know about. But he knows the basics about Venom.
Yep.
And even then overall, I still think that, and again, this is a very controversial opinion. I think the portrayal of Venom and Brock in Spider-Man 3 was better than the actual Venom movie.
Oh, that's actually true.
Yeah,
that's actually true.
I love the Venom movie. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's careless. It's all over the place. It's a bromance. It's a horror. What is it?
Thank you. I fucking think crazy feels when people say it's good. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I mean, it's not good, but I can understand why people like it. Basically,
I even like the Stan Lee cameo where he's like, "You two treat her right now," and I was like, "He knows." Just like a dumb laugh.
Here's how they could redeem the movie easily: Nick Cage instead of Tom Hardy.
Probably. The casting choices, but people did not like Tom Hardy in the role.
He's not good. He wasn't like, I didn't believe him
because he plays a very basic role, and every single thing he does, I think he does play pretty basic roles, and it's not because he's a bad actor. It's just that he just doesn't have that oomph, you know.
He's okay. Here's my main problem. Like he was like they were like trying to make him like a pathetic, loser guy. I'm like, he's fucking Tom Hardy. I don't believe that he's pathetic at all. Yeah,
Mad Max.
He's way too big and handsome to be pathetic. I'm sorry.
Like I mean, they played up the pathetic part to a T. They were like, yo, even Venom's like, yo, you're a loser, bro. Like,
give me Nick Cage in that role, like freaking out and like having a bad day and shit like that. I'd 100% buy it.
Eddie Brock was muscular, but he was also kind of like angry all the time and like super and like stuff like that.
They didn't.
So like,
but that version of him wasn't angry though. He was just pathetic, nice guy.
That's what my problem was. He didn't act like And here's the thing: after I watched the movie, I said to somebody, and I said this. This was basically one of those Alvin and the Chipmunks movies where the CGI character meets this guy who's down on his luck, and he ends up acting strange around his ex lover or whatever, and he ends up turning his life around, and he has to team up with him and go in order. And I'm like, this is an Alvin and the Chipmunks SCGI movie with
You're making too
Venom.
much sense.
Yes.
You're making too much
Oh my
sense.
God. It's so sad that I agree with all this, but God,
Well, look what the giant demon bat dragged in.
Salem.
Welcome to the chat.
The-
Man, I
I appreciate the compliment.
I'll always still enjoy that movie. Despite how stupid it is, that's a guilty pleasure to me.
I can see that. I can actually see it as a guilty pleasure thing.
God damn it! I sat there laughing my ass off watching these two morons, Eddie and Venom, moron their way to the movie all the way up to the end. I was like, "You stupid! You're both morons." Watching Venom tonight, I was like, "Hey, I love this movie."
Like I said, I fully admit there's the same plot. And it was Nick Cage. I'd be 100% in.
It'd have been better. It'd have been better. That's Nick Cage. Now that's what you call a performance. You want to act like a crackhead? Go be it. Do it, Nick. Be crazy.
Salem, is everything okay?
Oh yeah.
Here, sorry. Here, let me mute my mic for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, dude. Deal with that.
That's you're probably hearing the television in another room, so everything is fine.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, dude, like, do I need to?
Okay.
Do I need to?
Yeah, let me just take care of something really quick, and then I'll turn my mic back on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no problem,
You're
dude. Hey, Bags, you notice something about my voice this stream? Anything interesting about it?
No, I don't think I have. Please tell me.
I got a mic.
Oh, using a mic now.
Yeah, I'm using a mic now.
Lucky. I still got my like little little Sony microphone on me, a little headset, little tiny thing.
That's what I'm using, an actual headset microphone stuff.
Very clean, very clean.
Yeah. I mean, I work in like a job where I do like over the phone stuff, so headset required. So I'm set.
Cool. Yeah, I got like this, and I really do love it. I've had it for like a day. I tested it out. I love it.
Hell
It's
yeah.
really awesome. So I'll be able to actually like maybe even like record videos. So videos coming soon to my channel. Maybe question mark.
Uh-oh.
I literally already made a video a long time ago. It was a 40-minute long video about me talking about that whiteboard on the Star Wars.
One. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the one. That was my official first one. So videos on here? Question mark? Maybe coming soon. Maybe I don't know.
Small videos, short videos. You know, do what you gotta do.
I got a lot of petty opinions, and I irk to have people hear them.
Yes. Spread your love.
You're not allowed to have those opinions. They do not conform to Disney.
They do not conform to the Disney mouse.
I love the mouse.
The mouse is very displeased.
Here, you guys know. You guys know the True Facts guy.
True Facts
with the animals.
I don't think I do.
I don't think I do.
Yeah, True Facts about the Disney mouse.
Disney mouse.
Yeah. What happened?
You don't know these videos?
No. Wait a minute.
They started when BuzzFeed actually had some good content. The guy, I think he did it for BuzzFeed, and now he's doing it on his own. But he makes these parody videos that are supposed to like mimic those like BBC nature shows.
Mm.
But then he'll like throw in like some little like jokes here and there. Like he'll be like his most famous one is here true facts about the owl, and he'll be like and like he'll say things like and since the baby owls cannot fend for themselves, they decide to camouflage themselves like Muppets. It says like and owls hunt for their prey at night. Imagine riding a bicycle at night while using your feet to catch a moving burrito by the sounds that it makes. That is how the owl do.
It's, what the hell?
something I watched while I was in the hospital.
What's
Yeah.
that?
For a week. I ended up watching Clone High, like the whole series.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boy,
you
let's
want to
go.
Hey, what you think? What you think about that silly show?
Guys, I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, boy.
I'm trying to get my friend into it because he's recently been seeing the stuff, and he was like, "Yo, come on, you know what this is from?" I said, "Yo, that's Clone High, my guy. You never seen Clone High yet?"
It's basically and when I watched it, I realized, this is basically Total Drama Island before they actually did it. I was like, oh my god, this is basically Total Drama
Like,
Island.
I mean, you look at Jonah, and then look at Gwen, you're like, yeah, I see the connection here.
It's so good. Like I'm so glad. I'm actually really glad that people, I guess, are catching on as a meme. I'm like, yes, bring awareness to it.
Are you drunk? Are you drunk enough to have sex with me? Answer the question.
I remember very seeing JFK when he was just at home, he's like gay dads. I think he was talking about like I forgot what he was talking about, but I remember Jonah came over. She knocked on the door. She didn't even say her name or anything. JFK just knew he's a hawk. Is that the young
That's the dog of a bit of a young woman at my door.
They opened the door and they're like, well, how you doing? I was like, yo, chill.
I like the dichotomy.
like,
he had gay dads too. That's the funniest shit too. He was like, "Oh, I'm trying to be manly," but like you guys are like super
only calls him gay dads.
Like, not gonna lie though, Joan of Arc, yeah, she could.
Yeah.
She was like a parody of the Pixie Girl.
She was the one. She was the one.
She was like Ramona Flower, like she was like a parody of that type of girl.
Yeah.
And she was just like she was kind of a cunt too, but they kind of made it clear like she was aware of that.
I mean, they're all shit. They're all shit.
Yeah, I ended up. I understand people said they thought that Abraham Lincoln was born. I thought he was pretty fucking funny.
They're making fun of like the boring lead character. He's like, and that's the point. Like, and then he's such a dick too. Like, he makes the worst choices. Only to make it up at the last second. Even the last 5 minutes, like, whoa, this is actually bad. Like in the.
He said, and then like when he was smoking the raisins, he was getting high on raisins.
Yeah,
and it was. And I love how
I love that show.
The scene before, like in the last episode, before the prom dance, where Lincoln was like, "Adopted dad, what do you think I should do?" And he's like, "Well, son, like, some teenagers practice abstinence."
Yeah.
He's like, "But they're not dating freaking Cleopatra." He just started
he said, "They're not dating Cleo fucking Patra. You go in there."
Okay, real talk.
My favorite
I would
line
have got in that.
Yeah, was like when he said to verb the adjective noun, and I was just like, that means anything. And that's the most funniest line I've ever heard in a cartoon. To verb the adjective noun, legit replace the word verb and predict the noun. And it works. And I was just like, oh my god.
Oh my god. It was so fucking funny.
Oh my god. His hand over his face, like, oh my god, my dad's a savage. And his man was at the dance.
It reminded me about one meme where it said that Goofy talked to Max is like, Goofy, he said, son, I don't have sex. I fuck.
exactly
Oh
how
yeah,
it felt.
that was a meme for a while too.
I have those urges. Your son doesn't just have sex, Maxie. Your dad fucks.
Hilarious.
Oh,
Absolutely
God.
perfection. It's funny
Oh my
too
god.
because like this man Abe Dr. Dad was at the prom, and when Abe was looking back at Cleopatra, and they looked back
And he
at
was like, his dad was like
his-
right there and
he was
humping
doing
the.
fisting movements through his hand and arms, and I was like, no, who let this man in here?
Now here's
Oh
a
man.
question I got. Clone High, would you even see it coming
No,
back
that's
today?
not gonna get good.
I mean,
that's
as
the
it
only
is.
thing. Like people
Oh,
are
I
talking
heard
about
they're
it's gonna
getting
come
rebooted.
back.
I heard they're getting rebooted. And I think that's why
Yeah,
we've been seeing
Yeah.
everyone talk about it. Like I don't know if it's 100% true, but I heard
main thing is,
here's the thing. Chris Miller and Phil Lord openly admitted, yeah, we're definitely looking into bringing it back in some way, shape, or form. They're definitely trying to bring it back. I think they've always tried to bring it back, and they only got shut down because of that Gandhi controversy.
and
that's
that's what's
retarded.
weird about it, because like they're gonna bring it back in these times where we're even a little bit more sensitive. Like
Yeah, exactly.
There-
Like Boondock's getting more episodes like dropped now.
Yeah.
They're like they already had like two
Yeah,
episodes of the beat.
Oh God, did you hear that they banned a bunch of the Boondock episodes?
I heard of those. Someone's
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
like they already banned one, and that was
Oh,
Pause. Remember that? It was the one where
Two.
they made fun of Tyler Perry, and that was one of the episodes, and that was before this whole thing started. And like Tyler Perry tried to like sue them and like got the episode banned. And
Go fuck yourself, Tyler Perry.
Yeah, go fuck off.
Go
Go
yeah,
fuck
like
yourself.
nobody. Yeah, he's making. Yeah, like Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is one of like the biggest poses I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
No, it's like he just makes his fetish. That's all he does. Is make his fetish.
It really bummed me out because Boondocks was one of my favorite shows on Adult Swim.
Yeah, it's like it's sad because like even back in the day, they didn't get to air 2 episodes from season 2. The ones where they criticized BT.
Oh God, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that
also
one
heard
too.
not just Boondocks too. I also heard they took episodes of Aqua Teen Hunger Force down as well.
Yeah, the one where
Yeah.
that's like one of my favorite ones, dude. Like the one where like where Shane became black.
That was that as a kid that episode took me out. I was dead. I was weak.
Oh God, I was actually binge watching Boondocks recently because I like the show so much, and oh my God, even though I know every joke that's coming up, I still cannot stop laughing at it, especially with Ruckus.
Wait, they took down the episode where Uncle Ruckus and that country white guy was singing the most racist song out there, right?
Oh my God, I remember that one.
They took down that one? Because my friend told me they took that one down. I was like, damn it, that episode was hilarious.
Yeah, burning Exeter definitely. Fuck 2020.
Yeah, right. It's the truth.
Yeah. Young man, my name is Reverend Father Uncle Ruckus. No relation.
Yeah, Reverend Uncle Ruckus was blessed. That was.
Well, here's the thing. We're getting into this era where and I think this is, and it's kind of ironic that we talk about Clone High and Chris Miller and Phil Lord, because Phil Lord at least is very much, how do I put this? He's basically very much like very vocal about where he stands politically. Let's just say that. And we have all these people in this modern era where they believe that that people shouldn't be allowed to view certain content or say certain things. And the worst part about this is that really makes me upset is that for years, literal decades, quite possibly beyond the decades and hundreds of years of human evolution, that we have always warned about this idea of censorship. We've always had stories and warnings about this, and we're still doing this in 2020, where people think it's a good idea to censor things because they could potentially be insensitive to people. And I'm just thinking, how do we fuck up? How do we fuck up as a human species? I know it's easy, but
It is
Like,
easy.
okay, same reason these people will like get like all bent up and shame about these like what they do this like Blacktober thing with where they're like it's
Yeah.
mostly them trying to like own this like corporate brand. They're really obsessed with just brand. That's all they really
Yeah.
care about is brand.
Get the brand. One thing I've learned from that today is like, some people don't even want to like kind of go out and search. Yeah, I've seen a lot of replies where it's like, why should I have to look? And I'm like, well, if you care for black characters, you would look. So unless it's trendy or mainstream, I guess it doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't count.
Yeah, they'll just,
Yeah,
keep saying,
remember,
they'll just keep saying
again-
statistic. I'm like, whatever. You're not actually like I don't really feel like you actually care about the character.
You know why Lion King, the live action, the quote unquote live action one, made so much fucking money?
I refuse to even quotation mark call it live
Black
action.
Yeah, because
Shittier animation
it was promoted as a black movie, and as we all
Yep.
know,
Yep.
if it's black and it's mainstream, we black people have to kind of support it. I don't know why.
I support it.
Yeah, we gotta kind of. It's the same thing with the same thing with Black Panther.
Yep.
People, and there is a weird thing about this though. They say like Lion King is more like the Lion King live action movie is more diverse than the original. And then I look back at the original. Not only did they have more black and white people, and even mix of both, they had gay people, Hispanics, English. It was more diverse in the animated version than the quote unquote live action version.
Okay,
Slim,
it's
but
super
Slim,
weird. Like
Slim,
they like
Slim,
replaced
that-
Timon's voice with like a gay guy just because like the actor was gay, and like Timon wasn't like it's not like the character was defined by being gay. It was super weird.
It got awkward. There was this awkward interview with the guy who played Timon in the quote unquote live action thing, and the interviewer literally tries to lead him, saying like, "Yeah, you know, Timon was originally voiced by a gay guy. You know, how does it feel to take up this role?" And like the actor is literally going like, I just wanted to accept the role."
Because money.
Billy, are you talking about Billy Eicher? Billy Eicher played Timon.
Yeah.
It's so funny because like you can tell the interviewer wants him to go on and on about how he's gay, and he's like he looks very uncomfortable.
Yeah, like
the actor's cool. I like him. I actually like that actor. I actually really do like that actor. It's just like I feel bad about him.
I think Billy Eicher and like Seth Rogen in the Lion King movie were the most somewhat entertaining parts about it that I remember.
I'm a big Seth Rogen fan, so of course I'm going to be biased in saying he's the best part.
Yeah, it's really weird they made them sing though. Like they try to make them sing or whatever. Like, and Seth Rogen's like, I can't sing, and they're like, okay, we'll just don't worry, we're gonna auto-tune it.
You know something weird about the Hakuna Matata song when I was a kid. I used to sing it. I used to sing it a lot because Lion King was one of the movies that I just wouldn't stop fucking watching as a kid.
Yep.
But
I don't blame you.
I would always sing Hakuna Matata, and I would always and it would drive my mom nuts. But one part that she really hated was like near the end of the song where there's like Hakuna Matata, and you know like they kind of like mess with the tone.
Where he became the adult actor and he's like, in chill mode. Yeah,
like he's like saying and like my mom literally blew a fuse every time I sung that part. She was like, "Stop saying it. That's ugly. Stop it." Because I can't sing. I sound like garbage. I cannot sing. Even though I was in choir. I was in choir for so many years.
Shit. I was in choir.
Yeah, I was in choir.
And I can't fucking
kids can't sing.
I can try to sing, and I like to sing like
choir kids
like lounge music and shit like that. But like I just sing random shit.
Yeah.
And I can. And my voice isn't bad. I just don't sound great either. I don't sound terrible. I don't sound great. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
I understand. That's how I am. Me and my brothers too. In choir type stuff is like, man, we listen. We're in the choir, man. Put the best person in the front. We'll just pretend to sing in the back, okay?
Yeah.
Let us rock. Hey, let's let your mom do the singing, okay? He can carry you. We kids.
Salem, can you
yeah.
can you sing you sing anything?
I don't know.
Because Salem's got a good fucking voice. He really does. He can.
I guess
Whenever.
I guess it'd probably be like character voices I could sing, but I don't know.
Sing.
I don't.
Hey, Salem, right now. Sing Hellfire. Try to sing Hellfire the best you can.
Hellfire.
Oh,
Hellfire.
Christ, are you kidding me? Okay.
Do it,
Christ.
motherfucker, do it!
Okay, I'm only doing it for you. Beata Maria, you know I am a righteous man. Of my virtues I am justly proud.
Bless.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Bless.
Wayward, sing something. Wayward, sing something. Anything.
Okay.
I am drunk and I will sing something.
Under the sea. Under the sea. Where is wetter? Something and something. Under the sea. I talked to you, by the way, so don't worry about it.
No, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Bag.
That is one
Bag,
of my favorite. That is one of my favorite voices of all time. Just Sebastian the Crab. Just absolutely love listening to him talk.
Oh God. Sing a song. Something in mind. I got it. Okay, I got it. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I wonder what.
Yay!
Sorry, I am so shy to sing, even if I'm behind the goddamn screen.
Man,
that's
man.
It's okay,
You
man.
only got.
The only reason I was able to sing is because I had a few sips of something. So
Man, it's just man.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. And even when not gonna be loved by anyone.
So you're a liar. You can sing.
Won't you please be mine? Did it do?
oh, sick.
You're a liar. You can sing.
I told you I can't. I told you I can't sing great, but I can sound okay.
Nah, that was better than okay. And okay would be like, it just choked in 3 seconds into holding that note.
Was that okay? Well, no, dude.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, I was just scrolling through. Since you had me, you remind me of Hunchback. I was scrolling through. Oh god, I came across the poll version of it.
The what?
You don't remember the poll version? Poll the musical?
Oh no!
Oh god!
Yes. It goes like Beata Anita, like privilege, cis privilege. You've never
Oh
seen
my
that?
god!
Yeah, you gotta share that. I've never seen that.
Oh, it's amazing.
I remember actually singing out there for my choir class back in like fifth. I think it was like back in 5th grade, and this girl that I hated just started laughing at me, and like the teacher told me to keep going. I think I can still sing it though. I think I can still sing out there.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, man, what was I about to say? Fuck.
Okay, so you guys haven't seen that one. Have you seen It's Tough to Be the Press?
Ooh, I haven't seen that one either. Though. I mean, these sound funny though.
It's Eldorado's Tough to Be a God, except they're game journalists.
No way.
Oh,
They use
God.
Oh, that sounds.
It's
Oh my
tough
God!
to be the
Who's
press.
doing this? Who's doing these?
Dude, these were back like in the height of the Gamergate days. They were amazing.
Yeah, because the only ones I remember were the Chris Reagan ones where he said ain't no
shit.
rest for the trigger.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
We
a shame that
easily
Chris Ray got
displeased.
pronounced.
We got hair to dye, we got tears to cry. There ain't nothing in this world for. And now he said, we got hair to dye, we got tears to cry, and something else I forgot it. But it was so fucking funny. I love those.
Yeah, too bad he had renounced them.
R.I.P.
Yeah, him
was-
like even like I think Chris Reagan just trying to get away from politics, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
He definitely has his
I find
content.
it really
I mean,
hard to
still
blame him.
enjoy his content. I still enjoy his content to this day. But I definitely, man, it's tiring. It is tiring sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
You just want to relax.
At least he's not like Shu, who's gone completely off the fucking deep end.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Shu's new stuff sucks. Like, and
He's
like,
been saying a lot of wild stuff. Like, oh damn.
well, I think like okay, I can kind of see like because like Chris like went through like a depressive phase. You can kind of tell like in his content a little bit, and like he's gotten better now. Like where I actually like his videos like where he's just talking about Halo. I'm just like
the dude.
If he,
for gaming videos are nice.
yeah, if he wants to just be a Halo channel, I'd be down with it.
Yeah, he's perfect. Like, yeah, he just wants to do like get away from just like JonTron. He just tried to step away from politics.
Yeah, he just does other stuff.
Well,
now.
not like I went to John trying to step away from gaming.
Oh,
really. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that too.
That I just want to say this while I'm grabbing it. That video I said, the Cis Fire. Guess whose channel it's on?
Who?
Everyone's favorite panda bear.
No.
Lil Ping.
No.
Oh God.
no, not thing.
Man.
I put it in the chat. Let me know if you find it.
Well, yeah.
Oh my God.
Lil Ping's always on some weird shit. Well, not as of late, but.
Did you get there?
You know, I just remembered. Like I saw a picture from Microsoft the other day. I think they tweeted where because they got Bethesda now, so they tweeted a picture of Master Chief and Doomslayer just like man claps just like you son of a bitch. And I was like, hey, that's a nice picture, and they got
Loping at a channel. Hold up.
Yeah, I only know him on Twitter. I didn't know he had a YouTube channel.
Yeah, like Poe has a YouTube channel too.
I'm like, I've come into like a few like podcasts. I'm not very good at actually listening to podcasts myself, to be honest.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Salem, why are you on here twice?
What happened? Salem is.
Okay, that's weird. Anyway, one of the
Oh shit.
what were we talking about before this?
Ooh, I was like, what happened? Notifications. Shut up. Oh, they see him disappear. Yes, he did. Hey, I can hear me. Oh wait.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
you guys there? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought something happened real quick. I was like, I was like, did it bug out? Glitch out? What were we talking about before that?
We were talking about singing or something.
Man, gotta say, speaking of like Hellfire, we were talking about that earlier. They're not gonna do a live action remake of that because they don't have the balls.
They don't.
And
they don't unless if they did, I guarantee you they would completely miss the message of.
They would nerf it somehow more than the Disney one already did from the book.
No. They're
look how
gonna turn Frollo into a complex man who's being given in by this inferior lust, and then suddenly has to challenge both himself, like basically make such a complex character, and they're gonna basically make him evil white guy, and they're probably and like
racist Trump supporter.
They make him a Trump supporter.
make France great again. Make Paris great again.
Man,
What they gonna say?
bet you they would do it too, man.
They would do
I know
it.
they would. Oh, I could see it now. They're like,
I was gonna go with they were gonna make him like gay but not really gay because they can't actually make people gay in those movies because China.
I think they would do that, but then they don't want an evil white man to be gay. It wouldn't look good on paper.
Safe behind these windows and these
not for good old progressive Disney. Y'all know how progressive those guys are.
No.
I want to try to sing out there again. I want to try to sing out there. Safe behind these windows and these pediments of stone, gazing at the people down below me. All my life Wait, safe behind these pillars and these pediments of stone, gazing at the people down below me. All my life I wondered as I hide up here alone, hungry for the histories they've shown me. All my life I've memorized their faces, knowing them as they will never know me. That's a far I can get. I'm sorry, I'm drunk. Sorry.
I want to watch Flashbacks
Man,
again
I
now.
got
what?
Yeah, no.
Okay, first Salem, then Wayward.
But
Go.
yeah, I was gonna say that I'm just glad that my favorite Disney movie, they're gonna try and do live action. They're gonna do a Goofy movie in live action. They can't do it.
They would never.
You think they wouldn't, Wayward, but they would find a way.
I would actually just marvel in it if they tried to do it. I would like to see a hyper realistic Goofy.
I'll cry. That's scary.
It'd be scary, but the part of me that just wants nightmare fuel would also appreciate it.
But then they're gonna have to make models like Donald and Mickey too, and I'm like, no, please stop.
Yes, please, definitely give me hyper realistic Donald.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Give me his pores. I want his pores. Give me render those pores, please. Thank you.
You know, it's funny. I can also see them.
Give him that wet ass nose.
Exactly.
What was the gypsy's name again in Hunchback?
Esmeralda.
Yes. I can see them taking Esmeralda and doing what they did to Jasmine, like they did Jasmine in the live action movie.
I mean, like, to be fair,
whole motive is completely different.
This is something that people don't want to just admit and don't want to bring up. Don't understand this, and people are probably gonna hate me after saying this too. But hot take: Esmeralda was a Mary Sue in that movie.
Yeah.
In Hunchback of Notre Dame, she was a Mary Sue.
I don't know. I don't really think it's necessarily always bad. If she was a main character, it would have been shit. If she was a main character, it would have been shit.
She was the main character in the original story.
Was she?
Yeah, she was. If you actually like the Disney Hunchback is almost nothing like the actual book.
Oh yeah, I know. I was like dating the last time I watched it. The last time I was watching it, I was dating a girl that that was just like, oh, this scene is like so different. This scene is so different. I was like, bitch, it's a Disney movie. What are you talking about?
Bitch, get the fuck out. You don't know nothing about Disney. The top Disney,
like we all used to know about now Disney films. Yes, they're gonna water down these stories like Peter Pan.
They've been doing it since day one.
It's how they do. We're not gonna sell these real ass stories that don't have a lot of good endings to these kids.
Like if you read the original Hunchback,
she dies.
Then basically, I swear to God, Esmeralda would if Esmeralda basically Esmeralda is the prototype for the modern female takeaways in a lot of these modern movies. First, First, her race was changed, even though that was essential to her character in the original book. In the original book, she was a white French woman, and she was raised by gypsies, and that actually plays into the plot about her finding her mother in the city. But like that makes sense. And then like in the book, she's a little naive and all that. Here, she's super duper smart, can outwit Frollo, despite nobody knowing who she fucking is. Nobody wants to sell her out, even though I know a million motherfuckers who would sell out a bitch for not and don't know who she is. But everybody instantly loves and adores her, and like even the quote unquote racist French people love and adore her. She's
Because
able to out she was able to outwit and outfight literal trained swordsmen and here basically she is literally the epitome of everything wrong with modern when they talk about like basically like if she was made today and people compared her to the books, it would be no different than how we compare Rey in the Star Wars trilogies because she's just such a fucking Mary Sue. So it's so bad how much of a Mary Sue she is. That's the one part people say they don't like the gargoyles. No, for me, I don't like that Esmeralda is a Mary Sue, especially when you compare her original character in the book. But dear God, that is a hot take. A lot of people are probably gonna get angry at me about.
No,
I swear
I get the
Lawrence Lupin,
criticism, and I'll get
I've heard
the one where she can't where she doesn't fight good, but the rest of it I kind of will kind of say it like works for the story.
like, cause like what doesn't make any sense is like they try to play off this idea that like they say this, oh, Quasimodo can't get with her because he sees her as perfect as an angel, and Frollo sees her as a demon, the witch, but they say, oh, but Phoebus sees her as a human, but I'm like, okay, what negative traits does she have that makes her seem human in the entire movie? Tell me that. Tell me. Tell me that right now.
Titties.
That's what I fucking thought.
I've been admitting this the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been admitting this the entire time.
Florence
my beautiful
Lupin,
dark skinned base.
Florence Lupin, we're going to be watching your comments from now on. Did anybody read his comment?
Where you can see my peen? Yes. Nice.
I can't see it. Where is it? Where is it?
Okay, I'm just gonna read it. Under the sea. Well, you can see my peen.
Okay, I see it. I see it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Would you guys fuck a mermaid?
Yeah.
Mouth.
I'm not even gonna entertain that question.
No, you are going to entertain. You are going to entertain me tonight, buddy. Let me put it. Okay. The pussy is in the front, and they have something to cover it up.
No, that's
but
gross.
they still have the tail, but they still have a pussy at the same time. Would you do it?
My problem. This is the same problem I have with the snake bitches. No, I don't give a shit about your tail pussy. I don't want that.
But like,
I'll take the mouth pussy though. That's good.
Yeah, adventurous, you know.
Like what? Like in terms like people,
really awkward.
It's always been awkward. We're just becoming more comfortable with it.
Look, all you need to know is the perfect one night stand. She can never find you again, anyways. Like she's willing to see. I'm on land. You know, I'll never have to worry about running into her ever again. like that's a done deal, my guy.
Cause fish have short-term memories too. So like you could literally
eat it, my guy. You know I'm out.
she'd be like Dory and Nemo, like, what the fuck?
What is she gonna do? Like, what can she do? What is she gonna tell her friends? Gonna tell
that should have been Finding Dory too. I would have watched that.
Let's have that in Finding Dory. Fucked up. And she's just it'll be like a fucking like a fucking hentai where she's like a hentai manga. She's like completely fucked up and then like wondering what the hell happened. Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god!
agree with. I'm sorry. I'm just looking through some of these comments. Burning Exeter. The 2010s were basically the dark age of entertainment. Yeah, that's pretty true.
No, I agree. Everything
Yeah,
I
like-
It
liked,
all went down.
everything I liked in like one season. Most things I saw and I liked became like the other things I liked ended up becoming the villain in a sense of like Adventure Time. Shut off. I liked it a lot, and then he became the dude bro who like fucks every girl at the party.
Yeah,
But in
yeah.
a PG way.
I hated Adventure Time because it really didn't have any real direction, and it's something that a lot of modern cartoon shows don't really have. Is that they don't really have.
It wasn't supposed to have a direction at first, though. It was just
it was just
supposed to be a
random.
show where
It was supposed to be just a bunch of random adventures, but then people said, "Oh, we got to have a story arc." And okay, fine, you want to have some lore and stuff, fine, but you have to do it well. And you guys fucking suck at it. You guys suck at it. You guys just suck. And then you completely destroyed Finn and Jake's characters. By the end.
they were no like by season 5. I didn't watch past season 5. They were fucking garbage people by the end of that
Yes.
season.
Like
all
even
the garbage except Jake. They were the only one that didn't
They
really
made-
think was a shitty person.
they made Finn and Jake terrible people. They made Princess Bubblegum the main villain.
I don't remember Jake doing anything shitty. Did he do anything shitty?
I don't know
Yeah,
if I got to the
kid-
part
the
where
kid
like
moved
you were,
on and
I
he-
would describe her as a
he was just a
she
sad
was a
old
garbage
man.
human though. She was
What
definitely a garbage human.
What are you guys talking about? You talking about Princess Bubblegum?
Princess
Yeah.
Bubblegum was terrible. She's a bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know
she
if I'd
was
go
a
like
villain.
villain ass, but she was garbage like them. Too.
No,
Well,
she
Finn
was
could have punched her in the face.
What? Oh, she was if you watch the entirety of Adventure Time and you watch over by around season 4 where she starts doing very morally questionable stuff and very much stuff that doesn't seem.
You right,
What's that
Salem?
noise?
Salem?
And by the time
Yes.
she does all,
Okay, just
Like-
go ask him. Okay.
she does very questionable and terrible shit, and then it gets worse and worse and worse, and literally in the last season, that's when I pretty much solidified that that Princess Bubblegum was indeed the villain. You know what she did? It's revealed that you know how the candy people are kind of slow and stupid, right? It's
Eugenics?
revealed she made them that on purpose so she could feel superior. So you know all that stuff she was
Ew.
talking about, how she loved them and cared about them and how they were kind of slow, but she tried to do it. Turns out she did all that on purpose just
She's
to
a
feel
cat lady?
superior. Not
She's
even
basically-
that. She's literally a fucking sociopath. And she had people, and she used to have people who were literally like her. She had like uncles
I know
and
Susan.
family like that.
Uncle
And she
Gumwall.
literally took away their intelligence.
Okay, I don't remember
It
that
made them
episode, so I don't think I
stupid.
saw that one.
Okay, but wait.
It's
You
near
know
the-
how
it's
the
near the-
opening? You know in the opening,
It's
right?
near the,
when they
it's
go
near the
into
end of
any
the it's near
castle?
the end of the series.
You see how in the opening there's always that one punch bowl that's jumping around and like in the opening?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's him. That's
That punch bowl in the opening this whole time is apparently her freaking lobotomized family.
Ew!
Yeah,
in season 1.
she's a straight up villain in the end of the series. But because she kissed because she's dating Marceline, people are, oh well, they're gay, so
Gay
it's
can't
okay.
ever be evil, Slim. The gay
Um,
is all powerful.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's
Oh
all
man.
Dominic Powell, I'm just gonna have to say, you're free to have your opinion on Adventure Time, but talk positive of Steven Universe anyway whatsoever, and I'm gonna be keeping you away on football.
Hey! I will
I'll-
say this: the first 2 seasons, and no, I'm not counting the first one. I'm not counting it as 3 seasons because it's basically 3 seasons, but whatever. The first 2.5 seasons of the show are actually legitimately good. It's when they realize that they actually had influence,
Yes.
that they started
That's-
fucking up.
That's where AT fucked up. That's exactly where it fucked up too.
I
just-
was
I-
Garnet was Jasper.
I have this
That's it.
huge bias against anything that looks CalArts, and I was hating it from the beginning.
Okay, I'll admit
I
I'm in the camp where I don't like that CalArts argument. But anyways, I'll say once Jasper left as the villain, that's
Yes,
where
same.
I didn't care anymore.
Yeah,
Jasper
yeah, they
was-
kind of
Jasper rolled.
that's kind of where they dropped the ball, because after that, like the show is just so like I'm not gonna
it was
do this.
aimless.
I'm not gonna have that conversation now
Well,
because it's getting kind of late, and we know it's getting.
I think it's where we usually it's usually like when we end up on to actually we end up back in the Steven Universe bone. But yeah, actually, after Jasper left, it just felt like it had nothing centralizing the show.
One of the things I really like appreciate. I don't call it CalArt style. I call it modern animation style. I don't think it really has a name yet.
I don't like saying there's a name for it because there's different problems for each one. Because like Steven Universe's problem was they didn't have an on model. There was no on model.
Yeah.
Steven Universe was the problem.
Yeah, like basically
which is an entirely just Steven Universe problem.
And they also really sold on the idea, like, we're just giving other artists the freedom to do their own expressive stuff. And I'm like, I hear that, but this is a story focused show, and with that, you don't want to always distract people with the fact that this character is now as tall as this one, this character is now on that. Like, especially when it got more story based as it went on, because I always see people taking examples like, well, Flapjack had different storyboard artists. I'm like, yes, that is Flapjack, a Monster of the Week show with nothing but silly and dumb expressions. And at any moment, it doesn't matter if the art changes. We're not here focusing on the art style.
Like,
they're still generally the same size as each other.
I'm gonna agree with Burning Exeter here. You know what? Here's something far more positive. Regular show was consistently great throughout its run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has some down moments.
Here's the thing about regular show.
So, and
Regular show
before you get into that, Florence Lupin also says that he calls it the Beanhead style.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, but I don't think it's
I'll
a
agree with
necessarily bad thing either. I don't think the bean mouth thing is necessarily a bad thing because like even
I do.
Dragon Ball
I
started
do. I think it's a clear indication that that the animation industry is stagnating, and people keep wondering, why do these shows keep getting canceled? Why do these shows keep not? I'm saying this right now because you're not making shows that appeal to kids. You're not making good quality cartoon shows, and it's because you guys pretty much keep doing things in the same hemisphere and in the same headspace and in the same mindset because there's so much fucking nepotism in the industry. So like when you said, it's not like back in the early 2000s when Cartoon Network had 17 different shows, all of them completely different and completely original and completely unique. Now we have shows that you either have shows that will say, oh, this reminds me of Gravity Falls, or oh, this reminds me of Adventure Time, or oh, this reminds me of Steven Universe, or oh, it reminds you of other shows that you've seen prior. It's just so much fucking nepotism in the industry that it all blends together, and that unless you're like really funny, genuinely funny, and genuinely unique, like shows like We Bare Bears and Big City Greens are a great example of this. Despite them kind of adopting that similar art style, they still go out of their way to be genuinely funny and unique shows, despite adopting the modern style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Let me just kind of like go with that real quick. If they were all like Gravity Falls like tier, I don't think that'd be a problem. The problem is like they last for like 18 seasons. Yeah, and they'll eventually put like a plot that's like a story driven plot. They'll add they'll bring this in about three seasons in, and it's not really working because the series was never made for that. Like Star vs. Force of Evil. I actually liked that one quite a bit up until season 3 where it became story driven. I was like, and your series is not made for that. It was just parroting Sailor Moon.
And it
It's
wasn't
not
just
like
Here's
and it
here's
wasn't
the
just like
thing.
it was story driven too. They really wanted to hone in on a whole theme for 2 seasons straight about colonization, which went nowhere.
it went nowhere. Yeah, you're right. No, and I
Not only
definitely
did
agree.
it, not only did
Colonizers.
it,
Where
not
are
only
the
did it not
colonizers?
go anywhere, it didn't make any goddamn sense.
It, because like the world building doesn't make any sense. Like it has like there's like demons and shit, and there's another race of monsters,
Right?
and
That's
I'm
the
like,
funny
what
thing,
the
right?
fuck does that mean?
So
There's demons.
I
And
know I'm
then-
probably the only one here who watches like I think Tokusatsu stuff and Ultraman stuff, right? So like in a recent episode of the recent show, there is a line I like where the characters are feeling kind of like the main character, they fight monsters. So Ultraman does. He fight giant monsters. One episode, the character he realized he killed a monster who was only defending his children. So now he's kind of down the dumps. His fighting spirit is kind of gone. And his female friend is like, listen, sometimes we have to fight these monsters, even if we don't want to. She's like, I wish we could live in a world where we could unite, but we do have very differences, and sometimes you never know how differences could lead to the destruction of one another. And I was like, well, she's kind of right. Like, listen, man, we
That's
can't
fucking
coexist
base.
peacefully, but it happens. She was like, listen, it happens. Shit, like she's like, yeah, what if you did? She's like, what if you didn't kill the monster? And what if his eggs hatched? And what if one day the little kids went hungry and they started going to the city looking for a meal? And I was like, well, damn, she's speaking facts.
It's base as
Well, in
fuck.
Star, it's just like, no, we just gotta be nice to all the monsters. Just be nice and accept them and get them home.
Yeah,
our
and like
home.
and like I
and all that
said, there's no good villains because they tried to do the villain was actually not that bad the whole time thing twice in this fucking show. Are you kidding me?
Yep, Toffee was right apparently, guys. Even though he didn't want to destroy magic, he just wanted to destroy the wand, and that was it. That literally was it. His whole shtick was he was petty. He lost his finger. That was his whole. He just wanted his finger back.
And it didn't even. And again, like the whole wand thing didn't make any sense because they said like you could do magic without the fucking wand. So what's the fucking point?
I don't know.
I can understand if it gave like a boost or something like that. I don't know. It's not like I said. The main problem was the series was never set around being a story driven show, and they decided 2 seasons in. It's like, oh, it's story driven now.
And that's lame because season 1 was fun. Season 1 was legit pure fun.
They need to stop doing this half and half bullshit. Like make a story driven show or make a fun, monster of the week thing.
Even
South
Park was able to figure that out pretty quickly when they gave it a shot.
Here's the thing, like when you do that, when you do like a monster of the week show and try to implement like this like story driven ideas, but you don't take it all the way, those story driven ideas usually become the lowest part of the series. And like a good example of that is Teen Titans, which is indeed a villain of the week type show, and some of the weak and at the end of the day, some of the weakest episodes are indeed the story driven stuff. When they tried to adapt the Judas contract with Tara, it was people say like the episodes themselves were good in terms of quality, but in terms of storytelling, they just were not very good.
I will say,
The
like,
same-
I like that. I like that
said-
Judas contract more than the other cartoon Judas contract. That one from the people.
It's better, but like overall, it's still not very good.
I like it.
I
don't like the Brother Blood because they didn't do Brother Blood. They made a new character and called it Brother Blood because Brother Blood's a cult leader.
Yeah, and I can understand why they couldn't get away with some of the...
He is comic book Marilyn Manson. That's the character, or Charles Manson.
I was happy that you mentioned the Jews contract and you were mentioning the season 4 story because that was one of my favorite things to ever watch in all of TV when I was growing up.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The Brother Blood. He's actually
that's season 3. Season 4
Oh,
is
you're right. I actually don't like the that one's all right, but I think it's a lesser version of the comic. That's one I'll say. Like, it kind of I just don't think the conclusion is as good as the actual comic version. Because it's supposed to be like built up with her she's supposed to like leave like clues. Like she actually left like clues to to figure out how to stop Trigon, in the comic. I don't know why they didn't do that. She left she left.
Well, they had to
talisman.
condense it.
What
quite a
you know
bit,
something
so.
you know something I didn't like. I didn't like how like they made they tried to make Robin this whole, oh well, you understand me better than anyone. I'm like, no, you've spent more time with Cyborg, Starfire, and even Beast Boy. How the fuck is Robin the one who understands you the most?
That they explained that because in season 3, he
Yeah, in season 3
was able-
I know they mind melded in season 3, but like outside of that, they've spent the least amount of time together.
Yeah, there's way more in the comic that made that more.
Yeah, like
more,
in the
he was
it
in the
made
comic. He was trying. He was actually he was the main one trying to like, hey, Raven, you need to like join this team. This is
and
you should join our. You should actually like join us and be friends.
in the comics, he was more like a father figure to her, and it made sense in the comics. It was like, yeah,
father. I
kind
wouldn't
of
call
like
father.
big brother.
Yeah, that's more of it.
You know, like big brother, like bro. I'd say like a mix of both, because he was kind of like a father to the whole team, basically. But he was kind of like
that's fair.
like he had like when it came to Raven, it was kind of like a special bond of looking after her.
Yeah, because he was the main one trying to push her because there wasn't really that in the show, really. There wasn't like a big push to like have her, because like there was a whole working towards like, you know, because she wasn't really she didn't really feel part of the team until like after the whole, you know, Terror of Trigon arc in the comics.
Yeah, I understand that, but like that like I said, like that relationship made sense in the comics, but it just doesn't work in the show because they had like almost like out of the two, like, and I think it's because they're so similar. They take themselves very seriously and try to present themselves very seriously, which is why they don't really interact off each other all that much. But I'm sitting here thinking,
because they're boiled down so much.
Yeah, like, but what I really don't understand is like during that whole Trigun arc, why didn't like when they said like I said, they put so much emphasis on Robin and Raven's relationship, and I'm like, these two barely interacted throughout the series. And I'm thinking, why not just do it with Beast Boy? Oh, that's right, because the creators kept going back and forth on whether or not they were a thing. They didn't want to actually push for Beast Boy to be the during the last two seasons, like basically it was like this. Season 1, it was kind of fine. Then season 2 came along, and it was again kind of subtle. Then when season 3, and that was with Terra. Wait, no. Season 3 was Cyborg. Season 2 was with Terra, and of course they focused more on that and Beast Boy. Then season 3, they kind of showed that old married couple dynamic, and then season 4 happened, and they kind of completely got rid of it for some reason. And then season 5, they brought back the old married couple dynamic, which was weird because like I said, they kept flip flopping between whether or not they were a thing or not. I'm like, if it's in the comics, why not just do it in the show?
Season 5.
Season 5 wasn't that bad, Salem.
I think it was good. This is what some people don't believe me when people say like I heard a lot of people say they don't like season 5. I'm like, I like it a lot, but you know,
season 5 of
it had the Doom Patrol episode, and then they have to like unify the whole crew, like the whole like the big like overarching Titan.
And they actually have a story arc in season 5. Like there's actual continuity. They have this whole thing where they're like recruiting people.
The Madame Rouge
finally
Madame Rouge episode. That one was awesome.
And also one thing else that I really did like, they actually made Beast Boy a fucking character and not just comic relief.
Yeah, it kind of mirrored what was going on in the comics, where he became the leader for a minute. It was great.
Still means until
New 52 retconned everything. Thanks for that.
means
Yep.
that we still don't have a season dedicated to Starfire.
Because
I
they
mean,
wasted all
she
her
was
episodes.
kind of-
No, it's because they wasted all her episodes on like dumb shit. Where like her like whole like one of her like two of her like whole space opera arcs were condensed into one episode, like just one-off things. Like the whole episode where she had a betrothed, and like it was supposed to be about her like dealing with like Robin's like, I don't know if I can stay in this relationship if you're gonna get married. And like, no, in our society it's fine. It's like, that's not fine for me. That's supposed to be like things that are like they could they probably couldn't do it exactly justice because like that's a very mature topic.
It was
But-
awesome, Dominic Powell.
But they could have done something. They could have done more than just like, here's a blob monster got to marry. Oh no, I don't want to marry the blob monster.
You know what would have been a really cool like way to adapt that. Have Starfire leave in order to lead her people and do all that stuff, and she has to make a decision between and instead of just making that a one-off thing, actually make it an entire arc throughout the show. Like you said, like they just threw that all under the bus in one go. When that whole
it's a
like
whole
you just
space
said,
opera arc.
like the whole space opera arc that was just one episode in the show, that could have been a whole season thing.
It
where
could
she
have
has
been
to choose
like,
where she could have had to choose between being with the team or leading her people.
Like,
And like
think about-
go,
think about it, instead of that, like they had like a moment where like they made the audience think like, oh, Tara's gonna replace her spot or whatever. Like while she's away, like Tara's like taking over her spot. I think that could have been like a way better way to go about that.
yeah, like I said, like Teen Titans isn't a bad show, but like we definitely like a lot of people do seeing it through like this perfect thing through rose tinted glasses,
Oh
and I'm
yeah,
like,
I definitely don't think it's that.
nah.
I love it. I love it more
Yeah.
than I like it. Let's put it that way.
That's why-
hey Bags, you still there?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing I have with like same ordeal with like Clone Wars, like like everyone do see it as like the perfect show, and I was like,
No,
First
no.
season
It
aren't-
didn't.
aren't
It
slow.
didn't really
up
get
there,
good till around season 3. To be
that's
fair.
what I'm saying. It's like like first two seasons. I was watching the first two seasons, and it's legit. It's legit Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh
it is.
yeah.
Beavis
Okay,
and
I think that's my
Anakin.
problem. Like, why I never got into it because I watched like the first 2 seasons. And I was like, this is boring.
Like every episode is Grievous. Oh, I'm winning. Anakin and Obi-Wan. No, you don't. I'll get you next time. And he just it's like
yeah,
that.
like I said, like season 3. Season 3 is where the show. Season 3 is where the show gets good. It gets really good.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Um,
saying.
I liked Ahsoka. She was cool.
I love.
Yeah, a
Ahsoka.
lot of
Baby girl.
people don't like her, and I understand why.
Really?
But at the
I
yeah,
mostly
like
people,
she's
that's
like
especially what I hear people say about the show is like Ahsoka.
like here's
She's
the thing. Ahsoka, I can understand people don't like Ahsoka because she is like this forced character to be like this she was like this forced kid appeal character, and she really is that early on. But like Dave Filoni, instead of calling everyone racist or sexist for not liking her, actually developed her character, and even people who don't like her at least respect her. So
Yes.
yeah,
They didn't pick a fucking they didn't do like same like they just didn't do a white girl or something like that. They're like
Yeah.
no, we got space. We're a cartoon. We got an alien.
Yes, thank God. I will say though, Filoni, he loves the baby girl a little too much. He loves the little baby girl a little too much. I think she should have died in Rebels and left it at that. It's like, damn, she's still alive.
technically, technically, if you want to count the sequel trilogy as canon, I don't. But if technically she is dead.
What trilogy?
I
Apparently.
know that she's dead. I'm saying like even in Rebels, she survived the Vader fight, and I was like, come on.
Yeah,
man.
I think that was kind of cheesy. I think if she
Wait, what?
like
what
and
trilogy?
it would
I don't know, man. I don't know what trilogy they're talking about.
Yeah.
like here's the thing, like, and it would have been awesome too because think about it. This is the like in Rebels where they fight. It's one of the few times we actually see Vader just go completely all out. That's a rare to see
Fighting.
Vader go completely
Good.
fighting at his full potential,
He put
basically.
his mask, and it was Anakin's voice who yelled Ahsoka, and she was like, "I won't leave you, not this time." And then he says, Then it's just a cold stare, silent. And it says, "But then you will die." And I was like, "God damn, that shit."
That was like wow, like
And I
perfect.
really thought she died, and I was like, "This is the perfect sentiment to a character." It's sad to see it go like
You
this,
know-
but listen,
You know,
But like
what's
at
really
the end,
good-
of, but like at
you know
the end
what's
of the
really
day,
good
think about. But like at the
You know
end of the
what's
day, that's what made it so awesome. I was like, that would have
Yeah.
been a good send off because once you think about it, she's
Versus
the
Frank.
only person who's fought Vader like when he's going all out.
Yep.
And not only that, but at the end of the day, she came close to killing him.
She almost won with them.
She came really close to actually killing this motherfucker. So when you think about that, you think like, oh, that would have been. It's awesome to see that Ahsoka almost was able to take down Darth Vader, and if things were a little bit different, she actually could have taken him down.
Yep.
You know, what was also awesome about that scene is when
Yeah.
she says that he won't leave him, and you said that there was that little pause there.
The pause.
If you look,
Oh yeah,
if you look at
He's
his
like-
eye, if you look at his
Mhm.
eye when during that pause, he looks down and he does not furrow his brow. He is legitimately thinking about what he's going to do next.
Yes.
And so that's another thing that makes Ahsoka so important in the Star Wars. She's one of the very few characters in Star Wars that had made Vader just very briefly reconsider his position.
because at the end of the day, Ahsoka is one of the few people who he didn't like. Once he realized that he realized something, Ahsoka was okay. See you, Burning Exeter. Ahsoka was one of the few people he didn't feel like betrayed him. Think about it, because remember she left the order and everything, and she did all this, and she was like, "I'm sorry, Anakin." And not only that, after she left the order,
she only came back once.
It was one of the things that made Anakin start questioning the order's reasoning and things like that. So at the end of the day, Ahsoka had such a big impact on him, and she was one of the few people who he probably still cared about, because unlike Obi-Wan and unlike many others,
he truly
felt
believed
like
Obi-Wan betrayed him.
he genuinely believed that Obi-Wan betrayed him. But unlike that, it was more along the lines of, because Ahsoka had again, she left the order. She didn't, but she still cared about him, and he felt like that she was cheated out of, because she was set up by one girl, I forgot her name right now. Marie Sophie. She was set up by her, and basically there was still a part in Anakin who still cared about her, because at the end of the day, she was one of the few people he didn't feel like actually betrayed him, because she wasn't there for his downfall, and she didn't try to stop him because she had already left the order, and he felt like she got cheated out of the order. That's what made their entire interaction so powerful. It felt like it felt like Anakin, because remember like when he first saw Ahsoka, like when they actually first interact for the first time in Twilight the Apprentice, he said, you know what the first thing he said to her? He said, "Please surrender. The Emperor will show you mercy."
Yep.
We need not be.
And he's like, there's still a part of him that cares about Ahsoka. And he's like, like you said, where he cuts off the mask, and you see his eye, and his eye goes very docile. You see his eye go very docile and kind of normal for a few seconds, and he's looking down like, could I actually go with Ahsoka and actually fix everything? But then he realizes, no, I've come this far, and he's like, fine, and he kind of did like the same thing with Anakin, like, yeah, you're getting in my way, and I gotta take you down. I gotta do it. I'm sorry.
That's the thing that speaks to Vader as a character, which I always notice. One thing we watch in the trilogy is that never at one point he truly ever wanted to kill Luke. He always just wanted. He's like, Luke, you could just be by my side. Anakin was always battling, like, just this idea of being alone, with ruling the galaxy and everything. He was fine with having Luke not only join him but betray the Emperor. Like, yeah, that was dead as his plans. Like, yo, work with me. We can betray the Emperor. We can rule together. And Luke's like, bro, nah. Like, it's just all he wanted.
Because
wanted
Vader
Padme to
because
rule with him.
Vader hates Sidious. He wants to kill Sidious, and that's
Even-
like the whole point of being a Sith, actually.
Even back in the day in the sequel, it's like, oh, Padme, listen, we could kill him. We'll be all right. And then I could protect you. Everything be safe. Anakin truly just didn't want to be alone. I like even in the comic, I think it's technically the Disney comic where when he does find out he has a son and he just stares into like the void of space. The Vader comics are only good Disney Star Wars comics, and he just stares into the void of space, like, I have a son. He says it twice, and I was like, oh wow, he sounds so sad when he says it. Like, I can't hear it, it's comic, but like the way it was done, drawn, and executed, I was like, damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, like the Vader comics are really good.
Slim, if you actually, you do need to check out that Vader comic. Holy shit!
Yeah, like those are generally only good Disney Star Wars comics.
Him going to Naboo and going to that Gungan city. Oh my god!
Did you? I forgot which issue it was when he fought the army of like rebels, like Leia.
I saw that one. He said.
It's such a badass opening. He said, "All I see is an army of dead men." I was like, "My God!"
Oh yeah.
And he pulled the pins on all their grenades on their belts, and I was like, "Yo!" Chewie thought he was slick trying to snipe on a mountain. He reversed the blaster back at it, and I was like, "No, chill." It was crazy. It was nuts. I was like, "More of this, Disney. Less of whatever the fuck you got going on with comics."
At the very least, the people they always put on Vader, they always understand Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's by people who actually give a damn. It's ironic that when when Kathleen Kennedy has no implement into something, they give he actually has people who actually do, instead of like the quote unquote people she wants to push into the industry. They actually end up making something really good.
Yeah.
It's as if you just let creators do what they want.
Yeah.
And get people who actually understand the properties. You might get something like Rogue One that wasn't perfect, but is at least well received by everybody.
It's kind of boring. That's the only real issue. Oh, and the main cat is bland. All the cats are bland.
And they didn't make Donnie Yen a fucking Jedi.
Donnie Yen was force sensitive, which
no. I don't even think
he was very angry. Because there's one part where he's just like, damn, my blind ass got to go touch that button outside.
That was so stupid.
In the hailstorm of fire. So what he does is he's already blind, so closing eye part is pointless. But he's like, the force, I am one with the force, and the force is with me. And he's just walking, and all the stormtroopers just missing. And I'm like, that's not how that works. I'm just like, that's
no. Stormtroopers missing is believable though.
No, because these are black troopers, and when they first, the way they showed them off in Black and Rogue One, which I did like, the moment they hit the beach, the rebels started losing. The moment these black troopers hit the beach, they didn't miss a single damn shot. Donnie was literally standing next to a guy, and the moment the guy peeked his head for a second, he got shot in the head. So when I see this man Donnie,
the best part of that whole movie, besides the Vader scene, was when the guy's like, "I'm going in." 2 seconds later,
the man piece for 1 second died, but this man Donnie Yen, exposed as hell with no defense. All of them are missing. I was like, no.
You know what Donnie Yen mastered in that movie?
What?
The ancient art of plot armor.
Yes, the most powerful plot armor I've seen in the Star Wars movie in a minute. Because, I was watching this movie, I was like, it's kind of good, I'm not gonna lie. But when Donnie Yen did that shit, I was like, this is fucking retarded.
But hey, much can be forgiven for the Vader scene.
Oh, when Vader made that pun, I was like, ill. Early in the movie, he makes a pun, I was like, ill.
I'm not talking about the pun. I'm talking about the. I know you're talking about
the final scene, because the final scene is dope. But I can't forget that this man really made a choking pun. I was just like, ill.
I mean, to be fair, Vader has joked occasionally in the past.
Yeah, but the way he did it was just kind of cringe.
Even,
Like,
but,
do
but I
not
mean, even,
I mean,
on
like,
your
even,
ambition.
even in the
Yeah,
original
yeah.
trilogy, even in the original trilogy, Vader would crack jokes and but they were normally a lot more darker. Like, remember when they lose sight of
it
the
was
Millennium
more. It
Falcon,
was more. It
and the
was
one
more.
guy
It
and the
was
one guy
more.
says, "I'm gonna go apologize to Vader," and then the scene cuts, and you just see him choking on the ground. And when you hear that crunch of his neck, you hear Vader, "Apologies accepted, Captain."
That's true. See, again, I won't lie. He did have jokes, but they were more subtle. It was just like the choking.
But like, like one of the most famous scenes is where he says, "I find your lack of faith disturbing," and he's like showing off like, "Oh yeah, dude, the Force is real, and I can still fucking use it." And he's like, Tarkin has to say, "Dude, let him go," and he's like.
Right.
Fine, whatever. He just lets
I actually watched that
go.
movie not too long ago.
There's also the scene where Mando's like, "This wasn't part of the deal," and do not alter the deal. I was like, "Yo, chill."
And then like when he and then like when he and remember when he was
any farther.
Yes.
remember when he was fighting Luke and he just throws shit at him.
Nah,
And
that
it's kind of funny watching.
Like, man, weak ass young Jedi thought he could try me, Padawan. Like, throwing shit. Yeah, I get it. But it's just like in that scene in Rogue One, man was just walking away. I don't remember him saying anything disrespectful. Vader just started choking him for no reason, and then when he drops him, he's just like he doesn't even turn it around to look at him. He just turns his head slightly. Do not choke on your ambitions. And the fact that there was
it's that emphasis on when he said choke. He said, "Do not choke on your ambitions, Amanda." It's like
don't pause.
you were like expecting a fucking laugh track, like like what the fuck.
Like, why did you guys pause on that? Come on, that's cringe. Ew, don't do that. Vader. That's what the Anakin Vader. You still, Anakin, you still in there? This was Anakin shit right there.
Rogue One's not perfect, but I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Overall.
I kind of thought it was boring, but you know.
I do have to say, I also do appreciate.
That's the problem.
I have to say, I do also appreciate the. There's actually some really cool lore that came out of Rogue One. Unlike most of the Disney crap, the stuff that was added to the Star Wars universe in Rogue One was actually really cool. Like, for example, like where Vader's his castle is built and what it overlooks and everything.
Why would you make it in the place where you literally burned alive? But it's one of the worst.
Now, did Palpatine?
No, it makes sense because that's where he built his castle so that it literally overlooks where Obi-Wan slashed him.
I guess.
And so he uses it to meditate. And it's kind of like a constant reminder.
He goes there. He built it above where Obi-Wan did, so he could always have the high ground just in case.
I'm saying it's a reminder. It's a reminder, like that's where it all began in a way. And it's like it's almost to keep him it's to keep him focused. Like, remember why I'm here. Remember why I've gotten to where I am today.
Well, that's great. Well, guys, it's close to midnight. You guys want to call it a day? Want to call it a night?
I'd say
9 hours, anyways. Woohoo!
Okay.
Thank
Thank you guys so much for showing up. It was fun. It was great. I'm glad I'm not sick anymore, and I'm glad I have friends like you. Even you're just awesome. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later.
Yep.
You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the guys in the chat. Thanks for showing up. I'll talk to you guys later.
Man. Oh yeah, have a good night. Well, morning.
Yeah.